Attention true crime community. True crime community has been infiltrated.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost.
Is compromised.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are.
True crime community has been infiltrated.
Yes, Mr. Yes, Mr. Yes.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet next to me.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
You work in a fucking gym, and you're 45!
I do not want any spies or snitches stuck to my chest.
I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer.
What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
So that's his rules, and you can't stick with us. Whatever. Those rules aren't real. You can't stick with us!
Do it my way.
Get ready for the shit show. Smoke them if you got them. Make sure you have your cigarettes. Make sure you have your drinks. Make sure you have all your stuff ready, because it's going to be a hell of a day today. Understand me when I say people are fucking sick of this.
I need you again. So stick around. So stick around.
She told her subs and everybody to get ready for the shit show that was going to be put on today. She was well aware of it before it happened. She told you to get your cigarettes, your snacks, and your drinks.
So stick around.
Say that I wasn't including Queen B, okay? I've said that on every single live. I'm not talking about Queen B. I'm not talking about Queen B. Guess what? I was fucking talking about Queen B.
Leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away now. Don't let go. Know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Queen B, bring the information on Queen B. We're done with Queen B. Queen B's in my crosshairs. There's Queen B's channel. Queen B thinks she can. But Queen B is reformed. I bet you Queen B gets tricked. Queen B.
Fake PI trash bag bitch is so obsessed with me.
You'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away now. Don't let go. Know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Queen B would think she could.
Anybody at Queen B show earlier.
We talked about Queen B and stuff. I didn't listen to Queen B's.
I heard Queen B. We got bailing on Salty for Queen B, and some people not the Queen B. I don't understand why anybody's afraid of her.
About Queen B over here on Queen B.
Queen B, show her face, show her face, show her face.
That's real rich coming from somebody who wears pantyhose on his face every live.
You'll always be my broken love.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been...
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Shame the devil, baby. Last night was a hell of a night, wasn't it? Did everybody get a check out? Did everybody get to see it? I know there was a whole lot, but there's a couple clip channels that came out with it. I know there's 2 hours cut off Morbid's live, but we'll just cut right in and announce the elephant in the room. And I felt like this would be something real good to touch on because we're gonna crack the motherfucking vault today. Glare.
He was playing you, and like we've not always agreed on cases, and I think
let me be clear about something. He never played me. I played along, but
so did you get played or you just playing along, Bob? I'm gonna need to know. Also, we're going to take it way back. I'm going to need for you to go get your motherfucking screenshots, screen recordings, evidence, whatever the fuck it is you got, because I'm going to call your motherfucking bluff. I didn't dox anybody for Critical K. If you recall correctly, I was doxed because I was a motherfucking mod for Critical K. So, let's get that out of the way right motherfucking now. Secondly, everybody in this motherfucker knows we don't get along. We never have. I let bygones be bygones because I thought you were done drinking and acting a fucking fool, showing your ass. You showed your whole fucking ass last night. And you know what? It's good for people to judge on their own. But telling Nunya to, calling everybody cunts, I'm going to need all the cunts to stand up. We're going to need all the cunts to stand up because that's some bullshit. Telling everybody to go fuck their mother. What the fuck? Talking about you're so sick of this. You're sick of this shit. You're tired of manipulating people. Well, if it's that fucking bad, nobody's begging you to be here. Nobody's begging you to be here. Oh, we got our cunts coming in. What's up?
I can't have a lot to say right now, but I'm going to come up here and stand next to you because I'm the number one most hated cunt. And it's all because regardless of how much control was trying to be asserted over me, I used my own brain and was friends with you ladies. And I am so glad that I made that decision. Y'all's presence in my life has been so enriching. It was never about him. It will never be about him. I think he's acting out because he needs a reason to hate me and to have me act in the manner that he always tries to display and lie and say that I am. And I'm here to tell you, Willie boy, I'll never be that person. So you're just going to have to live with the pain and regret of destroying one of the best friendships you've ever fucking had, because it will never be okay. I will never be who you're trying to make me to be. So you're just going to have to live with the pain and the regret and the lost love of our friendship, because I will never do what you're trying to force me to do, honey. You're showing everybody all on your own who you are. And I cannot be happier.
You made it very fucking clear last night. Anybody that's subscribed to me, he wants you guys to unsubscribe from his channel and don't fuck with him anymore. That's what he said. He said that out of his own fucking mouth last night.
He does not want y'all's support.
Nope. He wants everybody that supports the Hive or hangs out over here or whatever. Do not, he said, what did he say? Do not support him. What else did he say? There's a whole bunch of shit.
You would really have to just play it, honey. I can't remember. There was so much diarrhea flowing from his shithole of a mouth. I couldn't keep it straight.
Hey, Gracie, what's up?
Hey, sweetheart. Just felt it coming up.
Oh, I was going to say, all the cunts got to stand up.
Here I am, ready to go.
He says that word like it's just so, it's just and another thing too, there's a couple things I'm gonna talk about today. I can't say too much about the Hill situation because again, I'm in a lawsuit with her. She's on the lawsuit and she hasn't been taken off as of right now that I'm aware of. I've not got any messages yet that she's been taken off of it from my attorney. So at this point in time, again, for the 15th time, I cannot speak on it. I will not speak on it, but I will clear some stuff up about her hospice situation and the burnt toast and us being in the back chat and all that. Because I'm real fucking tired of the bullshit. And PJ was the one that fucking announced it when we didn't even know you guys were hanging out and talking. So I'm going to get that straightened out. Also, I keep an open panel, and I noticed that you made the comment, everyone is welcome but you. I don't recall ever saying everyone is welcome but heels. I don't recall ever saying that. And you used to get on my panel and sit up here any given time you fucking wanted to. So I'm not sure where that came from or how that came into play or what the fuck. But your little snide comment you made on your video about, yeah, it's an open panel for everybody but me. The link's always open. It's pinned. I've never once said you are not allowed to come up here. I never fucking said anything like that. So I'm not really sure why you keep fucking making snide ass remarks at me, but I've told everybody to make their own opinion, form their own opinion, and wait until they talk to you before they decide what they want to, whatever they want to decide, whatever route they want to go. And I think that's being more than fucking fair. Now, back to the glare. That's another thing, too, that pissed me off when he started talking to her like crazy, calling her all kinds of cunts and all kinds of bitches and fucking her mother and all kinds of nasty shit. Why? It's unfucking called for. And another thing, too, is a lot of these ladies here that you degraded last night and talked to like the shit on your fucking shoe have fucking emotionally, financially, mentally fucking supported your goddamn dumbass. I don't even know for fucking 2, 3, 4 years.
You know what's funny is that you honestly are one of the nicest one on YouTube.
I'm tired of it. I get shit on every fucking time, so I'm done. I'm fucking done.
No, but this is your line. I'm not like, I might not like you, you might not like me, but we can agree to disagree, and I don't want to get it. You're the only one. So that's what makes me just come right up. You always say that. Because there's a few people like how I feel, and I just do the same thing. You always say that. That's why it just makes me.
Yeah,
crazy.
I keep an open panel, and
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. He laughed, he cried, he audibly peed on the live. Yeah, see, okay, so we were joking, like everything, like I said, I was letting bygones be bygones. I was letting the shit slide. The reason why we don't get along here, I'm just going to go ahead and put this out here. The reason why me and the glare don't like each other and we don't get along, I said yesterday, I'll say it again today. We'll go over it. We'll go in depth. I might even crack the fucking vault and pull out the lives where he was drunk as fuck, sitting there drooling down the side of his fucking mouth, passed out on a motherfucking live stream. I mean, since he wants to sit here and fucking lie on me and say I did a lot of nasty, dirty shit and docs for K and all this other shit, I never fucking did. So I'm going to need you to pull those motherfucking receipts out. That shit's got me pissed right the fuck off. I got fucking doxxed and fucked with non-goddamn stop because I was her fucking mod.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, we definitely fucked with the glare. We definitely fucked with him. That's no secret. We were not very nice to him. Not at all. We did some fuck shit with him. But we never, not ever, doxed him or condoned what the fuck happened to him.
Nope. And while you were getting doxxed for being K's mod, I was getting doxxed for being his. Just because we were all smart enough to cut the fucking ropes doesn't mean that we did something wrong.
And I'm sorry, Good Nunya, he was telling you to fuck your mother and all kinds of shit. I'm sorry that even fucking went down the way it did last night.
Girl, listen, a drunk is a drunk is a drunk. At the end of the day, they say exactly, their true feelings in those moments. It's not called liquid courage for no reason.
Right.
For me, you have to care. Like, I've never been a sub to him. I don't know much about him because I am a newbie like that. So I only know what, I've seen in the past year of his behaviors. But, I mean, it doesn't, I truly am unbothered by what he said to me. My concern was more so for, his end before he ended. And he left when he says, he's tired of manipulating people and tired of playing people. That is well, who are you? It has to be exhausting to be fake. I don't understand that. It's just, for me, it's not my style, and I don't take the time to do those things. So, but I'm good. Nobody owes me any apologies. Nobody, no shit like that. That's who he is. Let him be him. If you don't fuck with it, you don't fuck with it. If you roll with it, you roll with it. Yeah, I don't understand it, but yeah, no, you're good.
Suddenly an awkward silence. Man, you go to bed at a normal time and you just wake up to all the crazy shit, man. Holy fuck. Just like, oh, I'm going to bed, guys. Wake up, like literally, like fucking World War III waking up, finding out all this shit. I'm like, holy fuck, man.
Well, B Tim, that's what happens when you like don't stay up past skedaddle o'clock.
Yeah, the hour of the witching hour. You know, like,
Mm-hmm.
holy fuck, man. I was just catching up to it. I was like, what the fuck happened? I mean,
It was bad. I didn't know which channel to stay on. It was like I went in the other room because my husband's like, "What?"
yeah, I was
like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah, where was Shambles when like Shambles should have been there? Backup Shambles should have been that show. All the Shambles should have been there. Every Shamble that could calling all Shambles, calling all Shambles. Come into the chat, please. Holy fuck! I was just like shocked watching that shit. I'm like, man.
I thought I was dreaming. No, I honestly was like, we're at the devil, we're at this, we're at that. Wait a minute, we're at tongues. I gotta go to bed. This is scaring me.
Yeah. Some people are asking for like, I guess Nunya would be a good person to give because you're like pretty concise with the explanation of what happened. So I guess you can give an explanation of concisely what happened last night. Also, Queen Ben Dream has sent you $100. She says, glad to be. I don't like saying that word. Cake, love, stand strong in the cakeness. Hive strong. I just. Nunya, can you please give a recap? Beats him. Lots of us are asking.
Yeah, so basically the
wait,
recap is
time out. What'd you say? Ben dreaming what? I
sent
didn't hear
you
you.
Sent you $100 super chat. She said,
"Oh damn, Ben dreaming. Thank you, love. I appreciate that, baby. You're supporting a hive of Fallons and pieces of shit cunts over here. Hateful. We're a hate channel or whatever the fuck called they call it. Cut channel over here."
Oh, Nunya, you gotta
judgmental motherfuckers.
Blame it on the Henny. Blame it on Queen B. She is litty. I'm fucking get lit. Look, I'm done. I'm done. I'm about to light YouTube on fire today.
And then like damn DeFore, holy fuck, man.
Well, wait, before you go there, can I just give the
Give a
brief
recap.
Give a recap.
I got 2 hours to play here that was cut off from the live last night.
Okay, so essentially, Morbid hosted a panel last night. Glare was on the panel. Dame DeFur was on the panel. A couple other people were on the panel here and there.
Wendy from the I don't want to say the first word, but Wendy from the Howard Stern show was on there as well.
Oh, I didn't know.
Is Queen gonna play the clips though? Because there's no point in recap and cap.
Okay.
The clips can just be played and they can hear it out of his own mouth.
Yeah, but it might be like long. Like it's going to be like 2 hours. So
no, it's not. The most important clips are less than half an hour.
These are the short clips. So I think this one's a short one. But she was going to just give a short recap, and then we were going to play the clips.
Yeah, that's what Good Nunya was going to do. That girl.
Go ahead, Good Nunya. We're waiting on you, baby.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I just wanted to make sure we were going to get to see the clips too, because that always speaks for itself.
Yeah, so essentially there was a panel last night. To me, everybody knows Morbid's channel has no limits and unfortunately is a troll channel. People went up, there was a lot of shit talking, and obviously somebody was intoxicated, and so these are the things that happened while on that panel. Some of the things that happened while on that panel.
Hey, so I heard Glaire's really sad news, and I'm sorry to hear about your breakup, but I just wanted to have like a Dr. Phil moment with you and make a slight suggestion. You know, like I'm a woman, and so I think that maybe if you like call your girlfriend and you call her a cunt 6 times, you could totally fix it.
Well, if I can, okay. Are you ready for my answer, Good Nunya? Yeah.
You know what? You guys take it away. I'm gonna go to the restroom because
he's gonna go.
I thought I was gonna leave for good, but
oh my god,
clearly it's not over.
It gets even better. It gets even better.
I was just saying you can put it up to 1.25 if you want to.
Gets off on me calling her a fucking cunt. Actually, she gets off on me putting my hand around her throat while I'm fucking her and calling her a cunt.
Wow.
What do you say about that?
Hold on. Pause this for a second.
So there's that.
Okay, I'm gonna need to know how you guys. I'm gonna need to know how that's even done when your girlfriend is supposedly living overseas. I mean, what the fuck? Am I missing something or what? Go ahead.
That. So, you know, if that's your thing and it's, you know, you guys have your special,
Okay,
you know,
that's
safe
weird. I
word
heard
and shit
that,
like
but
that.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. No king shaming on my part. Do you, whatever works. But I'm just
Right.
saying, then
Okay.
actually maybe if she gets
what was
off on that, then,
what was the point of your fucking stupid fucking question?
so maybe go the opposite way then. So if she
What's the
gets off
opposite
on
way?
that, then maybe you could actually like, maybe you
Why
could
would I
like
go
work
the
on it by
opposite?
being so kind.
Why would I go the opposite way if that's what she gets off on?
Because that's not working if she broke
It
up
is
with you.
working, actually. No, she didn't, though. She didn't. We're good. We're good. So what's your point?
You
You got a
sure?
point? You got a point?
Well, I mean, you were just
No,
you were just
we're
crying, so I
great.
was curious.
No, I was saying that she might be mad at me because, but we're gonna get through it.
Oh,
You
that's
know?
good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Are you glad to hear that?
I
Fucking
am.
idiot! You fucking idiot!
So unlike her, I don't get off on it. So, you know, that doesn't really, you know, that's entertainment.
Okay,
So
but
there's
you're
that.
so interested, right?
No, I was just looking out for
You're
you. I thought
clearly interested.
I thought, oh gosh, I don't
You're
want him to be
clearly
upset.
interested. You're
So
clearly
maybe
interested.
if he called her a cunt, it would work. But then you said that wouldn't really work because
Oh
it
no,
was opposite
no.
for her.
She loves when I call her a cunt.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, the reason why I feel comfortable calling anyone a cunt is because of her.
Oh, wow. So she's
Yeah,
really setting the bar high out here for women in these streets.
she is actually.
Wow. Wow.
She
It
is.
sounds like you got a real winner. That's good.
I
That's what's
do.
up. Good for
Because
you.
I mean, you couldn't handle shit. You couldn't handle anything. None of these women could actually, unless they relate
All
to
right,
what I'm
pause.
talking about right now. And there's a few.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw on some music in the back of this real quick because you guys don't pause it for fair use.
He said,
so.
well, no, Morbid says anybody can use any of his stuff ever.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
He says it verbally and it says it on his
times.
and it's in his chat and it's in his channel description. He says,
yeah, I just don't want him to get fucking pissed off at us for going hard on his friend, and I don't think he would. Honestly, I've never had any issues with him. But, no.
I'm only doing it because he says he literally makes like a big.
Yeah, but you got to pause it every 2 minutes.
Yeah,
you
you
comment. Just do that.
Well, that I can just throw some music on in the background. It doesn't matter. I mean, I can just turn on low if I have to or whatever. You know what I mean? That way it's.
Well, I just think that there's like a lot of things that are very disturbing about this. But number one is, did his girlfriend consent to him sharing that information on YouTube?
No, and that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, like that's really private. And I think that it was I did think was kind of amusing was that he said that in such like a vulgar way because he really wanted to shock and like offend the good Nunya. And when she said, "Oh, I don't kink shame," it just threw him off so much, and he got so angry with her.
Well, also the reason why I jumped up is because he sounded like he was almost in tears because of this breakup, and then when I got up there, all of a sudden they weren't breaking up. So, I mean, that's the only reason why I went up there in the first place.
Oh.
But
yeah, no, I mean, it changed from like sentence to like that's not in this clip, but really the moment before you came up.
Yeah, you were like defending him, good nun. You jumped up and I think you were defending Morbid, I think, at one point, and like you were getting attacked for that scenario. So you weren't like necessarily coming up just to be like a challenger. Originally, you came up just to be like kind of supporter of Morbid a little bit, but just like my understanding of it a little bit, good nun, yeah. So
okay, I'll stop after every 2 minutes because I know it's low audio. So I think if we put anything in the background, it's going to make it hard.
Yes.
Can we also clarify the reason why these are gone is because Morbid actually got peen bombed twice, so he needed to edit out like the last 2 hours. It started like 2 hours, but he had to edit out the whole last 2 hours, which is where this happened. And the clip channels ended up grabbing it, but that's the reason why you can't. If you go and watch this is all gone because he end up having to cut that part out of the live.
Yeah,
I mean, he could have cut out just those moments, but you know, it's valid enough to make it easier. He just cut it the whole 2 hours, but luckily it survives.
Yeah. Pretty much they pretended to be the trolls pretended to be two like people that jumped on the panel previously, And then later on that night, they were blaming the original, like the people that were on the panel. And then they realized they fucked up afterwards. And that's why you see the community post. So like Dan Before was jumping up a lot of times, but it wasn't Dan Before that did the porn thing. And it wasn't the other YouTuber that did the porn thing. It was just trolls that just took a photo of their pitch icon and used it to jump up and trick Morbid so they could porn bomb. So those people did not have any sort of situation to do with porn bombing. That's situation there. Just putting that out there.
That are, I can see them in the chat. A few of them get it. A few of them get it, but you don't. So fuck off.
Yeah, I mean the word doesn't
Are you
offend
done?
me, so
Are you
I
done?
don't give
So
a
why'd
fuck.
you bring it
Like
up? So why'd you bring
said
it
a
up?
million times.
So why'd you
I
bring it
think
up?
it's funny that people are so affected by it and they get like they
So why'd
get
you
so
bring it up?
bothered by the word. So
So you're just a reporter, right? You just right?
no,
Well,
I'm not a reporter.
So why'd you bring it up?
Hey, what's
Well, I was
happening,
just trying to
guys?
give you
Like, I thought
advice.
this was.
Oh no, we're just watching a hypocrite realize that they're a hypocrite. Live.
How am I a hypocrite?
Dude, did she not come up here to support you? I mean, how did this turn around?
I don't know.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm gonna watch my movie with my I guess fucking what is she? Is she not a woman?
With your girlfriend?
No. I mean, you have some sort of judgment for her, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, because I think she's just kind of curious.
Yeah, I had no judgment for her. Again, if the word cunt offends you, like that's okay too. But if it doesn't, then I'm okay with that too. Like it doesn't offend me, but I'm not easily offended at all. But I wasn't judging the fact that like, if that's your thing, then have at it. Like I'm not judging anyone.
I mean, also, I personally don't use language like that, and it does make me uncomfortable to hear it. But if people watch for the last 2 hours of the live, he must have said it 1,000 times, including like yelling at panel guests, telling them, say this, say the word, just saying it over and over and over again, and called everybody that word, and also just insisted people say it, and like asked people to type it in the chat, like, and then you get up and you make a joke about it, like, oh, why don't you try this with the girlfriend, right? Because he's been doing it the entire time, and this is like how he reacted.
So
No, I absolutely did not. I don't know what you're hearing. I absolutely did not judge her. I absolutely said I don't kink shame. You said it's her thing. She likes it. Wonderful.
Good.
Which is actually
with her
rude as
now.
fuck, because
That's
why?
fantastic.
I mean, I'm sure Cherry don't want that out for everybody to fucking hear everything. Like that's rude as fuck, man.
Y'all have
Yeah.
a great evening.
Yeah. Go fuck
Good
your
night.
mother. I said go fuck your mother.
He's been saying that recently.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he said that a lot. He's fucking said that quite a bit.
I've never heard
But
that.
again, what he's looking for is a reaction.
Right.
And I'm not a reactory, like I don't even know if reactory is a person. I don't know what you call it.
Reactive,
but, like,
not
Reactionary.
There you go. Yeah, like I'm not that person. So like
Gracie.
I'm not gonna be like clutching my pearls because he said that. Like, so like it's not gonna work, like that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Grace. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't. Go ahead, baby. I'm listening to you. I couldn't hear you, Gracie. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is just so awful. Nothing ever has made me go on YouTube. That is worse than anyone I've ever heard anything to say, honest and truly.
That's
For a lot,
the
it's horrible.
that's the worst I've heard this week, to be honest with you. But it's the internet, so it's pretty fucking vile things being said. But that's pretty vile to say to someone who just jumped up and was calmly just chilling and just having a conversation. But I mean, like, not good, man. It's really bad.
I thought things were bad last night, but this is just down out. And can I tell you, you were such a lady. The way you explained it, you were so nice. That's what the worst thing is. I just wanted to tell you that.
Is there an ambulance or police ring?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was me by accident. I was moving the
Am I about to be arrested? Let me look else.
Finally, Queen, they
No,
finally
it was
got
a side
you.
thing. I was trying to move it around
The
because
police are coming. Run.
I was going to put background noise behind it and
Holy fuck.
pause it.
Queen's like, I didn't do it. Queen's like, hands up. I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, they're finally getting you, Queen. They got you. The cartel is done for. It's done.
I didn't do it. God.
I plead the fifth. Be like Chappelle. Just scream. I plead the fifth.
Tim, I love you. You're one. I just
Just do
a
that.
little bit.
Just do that constantly. But yeah. I don't know. But yeah, that was fucking crazy that he said that. I mean, like, if I could give advice to the glare, I would definitely like never drink again. It's not good. I mean, like some people, it's just like,
exactly.
you should never drink again. I mean, like my advice, a lot of people who suffer from alcoholism or something like that, like I have relatives who have, suffer from it. At first they think they can just like take a little bit and then it becomes a lot. And I think like you got to probably avoid drinking because it's making you do, I mean, I'm sure it's one of the many things are wrong, but it's like making you do very bad decisions at the very least. And you got to stop drinking. And I would say any amount.
1 second, Gracie, I paused you again. Because you have feedback. You didn't pause your YouTube before you clicked the StreamYard link to come up here.
Yeah.
So should I go back out? Tim's like, yeah. Should I go back out?
Yes, and make sure you pause your YouTube before you click the StreamYard link.
Yeah, he does act. Well, that's what alcohol does to you. That's why they give you. Sometimes it lets like the inner demons come out and it makes you angry. It makes you happy. It's not something. It's not. That's why I don't drink. Because I have family who are alcoholics in my family, and I just don't drink for that particular reason because it's in the family. And I've seen.
I think you get to see who somebody really is when they're drunk.
That's exactly what I was waiting to say. Exactly.
And time again, we've seen this, and here in just a minute, he's going to say how he's tired of manipulating and faking it. So I suggest people truly take him at his own word. And if y'all want to see where he tried to, what did he call it? Have a threesome with us on panel. That's back at 5:50 on the part that's still up. He literally burned the whole YouTube down last night.
Yeah, if there was a bad thing to say, he said it. But yeah, I'll play another. There's only like 3 more minutes, so I'll just play half. And
I can tell you right now, when he started talking shit about me, the chat lit his ass
the
fuck up.
And
I was
like,
oh, look at my beautiful people.
And you know what, Queen? That's honestly why he then I think spiraled so badly for the next 2 hours, because the chat never let up. He never won the chat back. Because when you literally, not just that he said something against you, but he said, I know we share a lot of subs. I don't want a commonality with her. I don't want those views. Don't watch me. F you if you're one of the shared subs. So
yeah, I think he said something about drama, like related to drama. Like if you're related to drama.
He's like, I don't want to associate with drama channels. Bitch, you are a drama channel. Fuck you talking about.
He is. And he tried to equivocate and like try to say like, oh, but Queen Bee's good now, but I hated her before. Or I just don't like drama. But then he kept coming back to clearly saying, like he said, I hate Queen. Like that, he directly said that.
Yeah, we both hated each other for a long time. Like I just said, we just started getting along. I only started being nice to bridge the fucking gap because he was friends with Heels, Burnt Toast, and a lot of the other girls. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to be mediocre because we all share the same subs.
Yeah, you told me it was out of respect for your subs. You straight up.
Maybe I need to self-reflect, and maybe I'm just being a bitch and holding on to old shit. You know what I mean? So
also you got to give people. You also have to give people like kind of like second. Like people change, and you're hoping that
right.
Like,
and honestly, and he hadn't been drinking. He was actually doing really good, and so we had been agreeing on stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna
Well, he really wanted me to fight him, and whenever I didn't, he wanted to pull up old lies again. And that, of course, led into you because my friendship with people like Cappy and you and stuff is why he got so mad at me whenever he couldn't control me. So it was all just kind of a snowball effect is what it was. Because it started right after I went up and wouldn't scream with him like he wanted me to. I just restated that he's a pussy because that's what he is.
Oh, jeez Louise. But I think you got 5 memberships from Kimber B 007.
Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you for supporting the hive, love. I appreciate that, babe.
Agreed, Candy Corn. Definitely burnt it down. Definitely. Yeah, I just. Crazy.
Well, then when I told Heels, I tried to tell her too when I was friends with her. I was like, man, he can be rough, and she's like, man, I should have listened to you. I didn't even tell her all the stuff. I just said he can be rough around the edges. Figure it out for yourself. People have to learn for themselves, because you know what, his relationship with you might be different than it is with me and him, or that girl and him and all that. Like I said, what's really messed up too is, he seems to think I just went over and took that girl and just started talking bad about him and shit, and I fucking didn't. That's not how that went down. He fucking cussed out that girl and was rude as fuck to her. And I said, abso-fucking-lutely not. You will not talk to her like that.
We never talked about him. When we first started talking, we were talking about totally different shit. It didn't really have anything to do with him unless y'all were trying to comfort me after he fucking was abusing me. Like, we did not talk about him. There was not this big conspiracy where y'all turned me against him or we shared all this information. If I shared the information I have, he would know, because it would be blowing up from corner to corner, street to street.
Right. The only thing you ever said to me about it was that he took his shirt off and tried to talk
whenever
to you,
called
whenever
me,
standing there with his shirt
called
and his
me in the
shorts.
middle of the night topless. Yes, because it was inappropriate. I viewed him as my brother.
I have a man, and that's inappropriate as fuck.
I'm married. I viewed him as like a big brother and a best friend. That creeped me the fuck out, because it is creepy and it's not okay. And I'm allowed to say what I'm okay with and what I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, obviously being intoxicated can make you act differently. However, that stuff has to be in you. And in my mind, the way that he is, disrespectful, and especially towards women, I see that in him all the time. It's just dialed up to 11.
I got at that level after I went on camera after that cancer fraud lady, and everybody realized I wasn't some old shriveled up fat lady in my mom's basement. He never treated me the same after that. He constantly hit on me and spoke about my looks. It was disgusting. It was gross. And I was perfectly within my rights to fucking be uncomfortable with that. And I appreciate people like Queen and my friends at the time who said, no, you're right. That is creepy. Because I can't always tell if I'm overreacting or not, because I can be very prudent. And I appreciate people who validated the way I felt creeped out and were my friend in that moment. I needed that.
That's right. And look, Good Nunya said, at that girl, staying calm, you did nothing wrong and you set boundaries. Anyone who has an issue with your boundaries, it's their issue. Period.
Okay.
The shit he was doing last night when he was blocking you in the chat, he was blocking everybody. And then I seen Chronicles of the Shady. She said, she, and you know how we had a little falling out or whatever, but she even said, she even stuck up and was like, Claire, I hope you make sure you say that again, because you were pretty nasty.
Well, that would be really
talking about the sub, telling the subs not to, our subs not to go over to his channel or whatever. So basically she was like, yeah, it was. Oh, look, Rowena said it was very creepy. And I remember the funeral where everything came out. Yeah, when you had a funeral for him, I died. I had never seen anything like that. Like, I was like, oh, shit.
Because he forced my hand to show receipts. And even to this day, he's never been able to show one receipt of me being a shady person, because I'm fucking not. The receipts are clear. The truth is the truth. It isn't my side against his. It's what fucking happened and what didn't. You're a disgusting person. You will not force me to give you a reason to hate me like you want. Live in the lost love of the friendship and let it burn, baby. Because you were wrong then, you are wrong now, and it will never be okay.
So a lot of people in the chat are asking where all this is. So the original live was put back up by Morbid, but it's only the first 6 hours. that does include when he first goes off on Queen's channel, and that's actually the last. If you go to his live and you go to like the last 30 minutes, that's what that is. The next 2 hours, that's where this clip comes from, and there is footage of all those two whole hours, and I'm sure it's going to be put up somewhere, like eventually the clips are up and everything, but it all exists. But you can still see the bulk of the live, but like the parts that are the worst were not on Morbid's live anymore, but they are recorded. Okay, I'm gonna press play.
All right.
I don't really get down with incest. Not my thing.
Yeah, well, obviously you
But
fantasize
hey, again,
about
I don't
God
kink
knows
shame.
what.
So if that's your thing, then have at it. I'm sure you probably have fucked some mothers before.
I have. I fucked
Yeah.
many mothers, actually. Yeah.
That's what's up.
And my girlfriend likes it, by the way.
There you go. Good for her. She sounds like she really enjoys a lot. I'm glad to hear that you guys are working things out.
We don't have anything to work out.
That's what's up. Enjoy your movie.
Yeah. So what was your point of coming up here?
All right, so she's gone, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
She's a fucking dumb cunt. She's a dumb, judgmental cunt who wants to say, I'm not kink shaming. Yeah, well,
Oh, really? So, okay. So that right there, because she came up to ask you a couple of questions because she said she's not kink shaming, that makes her a dumb cunt.
Mm-hmm. Because she made one like mild joke towards him about the fact that he had been going crazy about this word for the last 2 hours. I mean, like, I don't mean just like saying it a lot, but I mean like making it his whole thing, like yelling at the lady on panel, like, say the word, say it, you know, and just obsessed over it. It was bizarre. And she just gave him a very gentle ribbing about it. And
see, that's the thing with her, and I don't understand that because she, they called her the Jimmy lady. She had a soft spot for Dolly and the shit he was doing, you know what I'm saying, and the abusive shit he pulled with women, and it's always with women yelling and screaming, hollering, you know what I'm saying, fucking saying, calling them names and just doing nasty shit. She's like, I like the glare. I've seen a different side of him tonight.
Well, apparently she likes you, but not all the piece of shits or people. What was it? Something she said, like the people around you, the piece of shit around.
Yeah, because that's what Will had said.
Who do I hang out with that said that's a piece of shit?
Yeah,
like everybody that you surround yourself with, the trash that you surround yourself with.
I love all my trash. Fuck, I love all.
Right?
I guess I'm trash. I mean,
I guess you like your bumbles just a little on the trashy side, bitch.
I fucking do. Yes, I do, baby. Fucking right. I got bumbles.
It's not like
baby.
Yeah, it's not like I jumped on the Morbid panel to explain your horrible story in which you were just making absolutely no sense, and instead I get like literally shit on by you because I jumped on to explain why you felt like why you were saying how Dolly was coming after you, and I jumped up about the original reason about the situation where you misgendered Mallory on Turtle Island, and then basically Mallory made a live about you.
Yeah,
and
she
then,
keeps saying somebody called her a racist over here, and I don't recall that. I don't remember anybody calling her a racist over here, but she says it every single time. Every time
no one calls her. I said this particularly. I said this. If you watch Heels, that's on you. I don't call you a racist because you watch Heels. I don't know where this is coming from. Anyone can watch whoever they want to watch. It's not a big deal to me. It's not. I'm not going to call you racist by association because you watch a YouTuber. You watch Fox 5. I mean,
no, B Tim, no. She said that somebody called her a racist because she misgendered Mallory.
That's not racism.
I know it's not, but that's what she says. That she keeps saying someone called her racist because she misgendered Mallory. And I said, that is not what racism is.
Yeah, that is not racism. And also
she said it several times. And again, I never heard Dolly call to threaten her job or whatever, but he was
making an insinuation.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like a veiled threat. You know what I mean? Like how you you know how they do
he was basically saying these racists, but this is an example of someone calling up this racist job and them being fired on a live. And it's we know what you're insinuating, Dolly, and that's really fucked up to do. Even if I'm not very happy with Dan DeFore or Jimmy.
Well, yeah, because he's like, oh, she's a nurse, and it would really suck. I've seen people call
transphobic,
jobs, and I've seen them lose their jobs from stuff like this. Like basically,
Yeah, and it's like I don't agree with going real life on anyone. I don't care if you're the biggest racist on this fucking platform or transphobic person. I don't agree with going after people's jobs because people need jobs to live. And just because you say shitty things, you should have the right to be employed and to provide for your own family and kids. You can, you know what I mean? I don't agree going RL for people's. I'm not down with that shit. So that's just my opinion on that. And I don't care if people
No, and
commit
I'm going to
to
tell you right now, one thing that really pissed me the fuck off, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. One thing that really pissed me the fuck off is about the Hills situation. Is I can't really speak on it. My hands are tied in that situation.
Yeah,
but I
she's
did
so
think
party.
it was really fucking shitty that certain people, and I won't name creators or whatever, you know, because it's not gonna get, you know what I'm saying. Anyhow, I feel like, you know, she is on hospice. She can't fight people that come to fucking fuck with her, and JLR knows that, and other people knew that. They knew that he's been putting this shit out for a fucking year. She emailed Blair about the Renews It site a year ago. So he's known for an entire fucking year. But all of a sudden, he just wants to fucking get mad and fucking throw this big ass thing and call her cunts to this and cunt that and cunt this and cunt that. Going the fuck off. That seems pretty fucking fraudulent to me that you knew about it. She sent you emails about it, told you about it, talked to you about it, went in depth with you about it, and now you want to act brand new to it. And
Mama,
she didn't fucking emails. I did get them. I fucking went and got them last night.
I want to add that it doesn't matter what Heels did or said that people disagree with or how her.
No, but I just think it's bullshit that she's gone to hospice and, you know, they're doxing the fuck out of her, putting her address out there for
Yeah, it
anybody
doesn't
never
make
to
any of
fucking
it
have it when she
okay.
can't defend herself at all.
It doesn't make any of it okay. And how he talked to her was disgusting and abusive. Two wrongs don't make a right. And just because you disagree with what somebody has said or done or believed doesn't mean you can now verbally assault them. That is insane. She's your elder. That's gross.
Exactly. Hey, Stereophonics Mom, you're up here, baby. Boston, you're up here. What you guys got to add,
Hey
babe?
guys, I just want to say I'm sorry that he spoke to you again like that. It was disgusting.
Hey, Stereophonics
It's
Mom,
okay,
can you hear
Nikki.
us okay? Sorry,
It's
baby.
okay, Nikki.
It just irritates.
Can you hear us okay, baby?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Am I all right?
Yep, I can hear you. Okay. I just wanted to double check that you were up here and we could hear you.
Should I play the end of the clip because it's really short?
Yep.
Because I want to, and I know the audio's low, but what he says here is he keeps going on about how he like good Nunya, but basically everybody in general are stupid blank words, and that he's really tired having to pretend to be something he's not.
Yep, and he's tired of manipulating his subscribers or whatever he said. I heard that bullshit. Go ahead. Play.
What do you want? You want to know?
You're upset because, you know, whatever's happening. You know, so
yeah, I'm upset. Right. Yeah, I'm upset. Right.
But we have to end it at some point. So I think it's a good time, I guess. I mean, we've been here for 8 plus hours.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I got it, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Okay, man.
Yeah. I'm a fucking shit bag. Whatever.
Who? The other lady? The lady just came on?
No. Whatever I am. Straight.
Okay, was he calling Morbid a shitbag or was he calling somebody else a shit? I don't understand what he's saying.
Else.
I think he was
he was calling Morbid. No, I think he was talking to Morbid. I really, really fucking do.
Really?
Yeah, I think he was talking shit because Morbid didn't come up and just straight go after her and have his back with Nunya and shit.
And he said that throughout the live.
Back it up 10 or 15 seconds because then whenever he starts asking who it is, he's like, no, never mind. I know the fool like the back of my hand. I really think he meant Morbid.
And he did make comments kind of like that towards Morbid, but he also he's mixing up his words so much here. And I also thought I heard him saying like, oh, I guess I am, but you know, he could have said it and flipped it, like definitely. But he called somebody.
I thought he was talking about you.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Like just make it about him last second. Yeah, totally.
I fucking hate YouTube, dude. I fucking hate this shit. I really do. I don't want to do this shit anymore. I really don't. Fucking judgmental.
It's
fucking
tough,
cunts.
man.
No. It's not tough. These are judgmental cunts. All of these fucking people are judgmental fucking cunts, and I'm sick of them. And I don't want to fucking be a part of it. And I'm sick of fucking trying to play them. I'm sick of trying to fucking manipulate them. I don't want to do it anymore.
Wow.
I fucking hate this shit. I'd rather fucking flip burgers.
Pause, please. Yeah,
Wow.
so right there, did you get played or did you play along or did you just manipulate your subscribers? I mean, which
He was
one was it?
sick of playing and he was sick of manipulating.
I'm really glad he said it out loud, you guys, because if he went back at that family again, I was going to prove that this is who he is. Now I don't even have to because he just did it for me, you dumb motherfucker.
Facts.
How can he talk about Gannon so nice and use his name and then do this? Wow.
Because what he got, for example, when somebody was saying about how he does that, he feels very empowered when he takes on that role of like arbiter of what's right or wrong, and when he gets all these people validating that for him, it builds his ego up so much that going back to the original case that him and us disagreed on, even though it turned out that he was totally wrong, like the guy's in jail now, like it was very clear he cannot let go of that, because if he ever admits that he was wrong, like if I admitted I was fooled by a criminal, I wouldn't feel bad about myself. But he put so much of his ego and his like self confidence into the validation he gets from others, that if he ever admitted that during that whole year where he felt so validated and important that he was on the wrong side of it, it would just like completely shatter his ego.
That makes so much sense. Yeah. Thank you.
I just say the manipulation part really threw me off. Can y'all hear me?
I feel really bad for you guys that believed in him. I really do. But unfortunately, this is who he is. It's who he's always been. And you really need to believe people when they show you who they are the first time you see it, or you're going to get burnt.
And you know what? But you know what? And this is why I said you guys, and this is why I didn't yell at you or anything else, Johnson, when you was going in his chats and like supporting him and having a good old time. You know what I mean? Like I even tried to let bygones be bygones. I didn't say a fucking word because sometimes you have to learn on your own. My relationship with him may not be the relationship you have with him. You know what I'm saying? It might be different.
Right.
You just have to be aware, because this kind of shit right here is what the fuck happens, and this right here is why the fuck we do not get along.
Yeah.
And I'm glad
It's not
that
okay.
I'm glad we didn't say anything, Queen. I'm glad we let people see for themselves, because this is way more validating than anything I could have ever said or shown.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Especially after last night when I made the mistake of going up there, which became a nightmare. And he never said he didn't say one word. I wasn't up there that long.
Well, I was going to say, Morbid did. He said something about Stereophonics Moms, and he's like, you've been back here for like the whole time. He's like, you've been patiently waiting, and then he brought you up. But I never heard you talk. I never heard you say anything.
Yeah. See, my husband and my son left me alone for the weekend to go to a powwow. And that's never a good idea, because I had never visited a show like this. I did see one Morbid since he came back.
I was going to say, you've been on mine, though, so it's kind of the same.
Yeah. Well, no, here's not the same.
Well, I mean, like the structure, like where you click the link and you go up on the panel, it's a little different. I mean, yeah, of course, the atmosphere is different, but just like to click the link and get on the panel is the same. It's the same there that it is here. You know what I mean? That's all I meant, baby. That's all.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No. I get what you're saying. So I had been back there with like literally nothing to do. I was watching. This was I was watching something on Netflix, and like you see, my picture's a little different on StreamYard probably because I was trying to get this picture next to a pyramid. I'm doing nothing back there. Wendy's back there. Tim had come up and explained the situation, but they kept pressing and pressing and pressing. And I had been waiting to come up to explain, like, I'm not going to say defend Tim, you know what I mean? because he had already made the point, but to reiterate what D. Tim had said. And he asked me if I was drunk. And I don't drink, number one, but no big deal to anybody who does. But I had been like sitting there waiting for so long. And I'm like, no, I'm not drunk. And he's like, well, okay, well, you have nothing to add here. So, and because I asked her, the first thing I asked her was, they played a clip of Dolly talking, but it was one of those selective clips. And so people were like, play more, play more. So as they played more, it showed more that it wasn't a dox. And when I started to point that out, because everyone's like, that's really a dox? And I'm like, is that really you standing behind you? You know what I mean? Like, how are you proving anything is a dox right now? And that's the only thing I said. And boom, he's like, are you drunk? And he kicked me off the show. And at that moment, I left. And I'm so sorry I missed not being able to be there for you, Queen, and everybody else. But I just took off, and I will never go to one of those again. Because you are the only one I've ever let have any of my personal information gone up on a StreamYard. And to sit there for all that time, but like I said, I'm home alone, you know. So I just had nothing really to do, and I thought, well, let's take a look and see what a full stream is. And that was the biggest mistake. The way they talked to that girl from Howard Stern. I'm sorry, I don't remember her name.
Wendy.
Wendy is her
Wendy. I mean, they're very nice to her, but in kind of like a passive aggressive. Sorry.
The only person that he liked on the panel, he said, was Beat Tim. He's like, well, Beat Tim's the only person I like over there. Tim, did you catch that part?
Yeah, I caught that part. I did catch that part. I don't know if that's going to be the same after this live. I think that might change after this live, personally.
But I did a Tim after that because I had spent all this time. This is like I think it's the moon, like over Chichen Itza, and I spent all that time backstage just trying to get them both in the picture. You know, I'm like, well, what
yeah,
is this?
I was kind of shocked when I jumped up and I saw Wendy from the show because I never watched Howard Stern, and when he introduced her, you would not hear a word from me because I was like, what the fuck? I was like so surprised at that moment. But I was like, you couldn't imagine, like when I heard the name, I just Googled immediately. I was like, oh, okay, this is the stage name. Okay. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll skedaddle away. But yeah, that was very interesting.
Yeah, I just skedaddled out, and I was like watching something on Netflix, gonna party with the cat, and I'm never going back there.
Tracy has a situation. She says, so I've got to have, I'm just trying to read it. Tracy says, I'm going to have a probably unpopular opinion. I just heard the good Nunya and versus Glare. Haven't heard the rest. Are people upset over that? I heard it has her going at him and him replying. There's more to it in the beginning because this is an 8-hour live, and this is the last 2 hours. Originally, she was going up there defending Morbid, and I think the Glare seemed to be not understanding that, and you'd have to listen to the clip, but he did not understand that that Good Nunya was defending Morbid against another YouTuber that was basically using Morbid's first real life name and defending the concept that, well, you're kind of like doxing you're kind of going real life by using his real life name. But then the Glare was basically getting mad at Good Nunya for repeating the name And kind of like, even though Morbid was trying to explain to him, like, no, she's defending, she's got a good point, and he didn't quite understand that. And there was a lot more to the live, but it
Well,
was
I
his.
even said, Tim, that's why I got off panel when I did, is because he was too drunk to even comprehend the conversations.
Yeah,
Like,
he was
it was
dumb. He was dumb.
ridiculous. Not to take up for what he said, because I don't give a damn what Good Nunya said. There was nothing she said that warranted or merited that kind of response out
Yeah,
of him. And anybody who says it is, I really question their sanity and or ability to comprehend what's happening in front of them.
I wouldn't question sanity, but
It's one of the two.
I don't
It's
think
one of
they're
the two.
crazy.
It's one of the
you
two.
know?
Either they're crazy or they're not capable of comprehending what they saw. There's only one of the two there for me personally.
Yeah, Tracy. While there was a very long live, yes, people are mad about just this clip, and if your take on it is that this is her going at him and just him just giving back the energy to her, yes, people are having a very different take than that, and that's why people are upset.
But it's more than just that clip.
It is, but but I think what she was saying is that when she heard just that clip, she was saying that just seems like a normal back and forth, and I think that most people find that not a normal back and forth and find it really messed up. But
that clip was really not even the cherry on top of the sundae. There was very little with that clip that was wrong, except for the end.
Oh, by the
where
way,
he admits that all he's doing is manipulating and playing people. That's the important part of the clip. Don't get me wrong, what he said to Nunya was gross, but the important part of the clip is where he admits what a manipulative, using piece of shit he is. So let's not let the C word and your mama to her.
But I just want to say, please don't. I mean, I just don't like saying oh, you're insane or something like that.
Well, you don't have to say it, but I'm telling you, if you don't see this for what it is, in my opinion, you either aren't capable of comprehending it for whatever reason, or you're not sane. And I'm allowed to have that opinion.
That's your opinion, yeah.
Thank you.
I would say
they're entitled to their own opinion, and that's what's good about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to something and you're like, I'm okay with that. That doesn't make me feel a certain type of way. That's fine. There's literally no way that people are gonna convince you differently, nor would people really, really want to. However, there was 2 hours. There's 2 whole hours, and it really is just kind of awful from beginning to end. This was the end, and I think that it really was kind of pretty much the war. It ended, it kept getting progressively worse for 2 hours, and it started with the moment that.
Well, I think it's important to say too. I don't judge people if they see it differently than me. I just don't understand it, and I don't think it's sane. But I don't judge anybody. If they still love him, they can love him. I'm fine with that. So I just want to throw that out there. I don't expect anybody to choose.
I think people want to hear more of the clips and more of the context. So I think some people are asking for that, Queen. Just letting you know.
Okay, let me say this real quick. I want to say, and it's not to take away from Nunya. I feel like nothing warranted that kind of response. It was kind of out of nowhere. But not to take away from Nunya, but I agree with that girl. The most alarming part of that whole thing was him saying he's tired of manipulating.
Yes,
people.
Jonesy.
Yes, exactly.
That's what caught me. I was like, what? What the fuck? What?
And that's why I left, because he was trying to do that to me and I wasn't going to stand for it. Now I'm the devil. Fuck that. I'm glad he said it out loud, because now he showed it for himself. I don't have to.
It's unfortunate, man. Okay, go ahead, Queen.
Fuck this shit. Seriously.
I don't know, man. I don't think you should
yeah, whatever.
Be too, just fucking, man. You don't need it.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck this shit. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
You need a break sometimes from this mess.
No, I need a break. I need a permanent fucking break from this.
All right.
So that's the end of that. And I do have the clip too, Queen, when he first brings up your panel. It's 8.5 minutes.
Let me hear that one again.
Yeah, I think that and possibly even the point where he came after us is a good one to show too, because it was really psycho. That was creepy as hell.
You could tell he means it. I think I was in the car drive and I heard you guys say something about, sometimes when people drink, their real thoughts will come out because it's already in there. But loose lips when you drink type thing. And that's what I think happened.
Oh, it's like a true serum.
No, I think as you mean, I'm sure it's been hard for Queen, as she said, to achieve like some level of neutrality towards him, which she's done pretty well on. Never like totally like flipped and endorsed him, but kept like a certain level of neutrality, which was probably hard. But clearly, it was much harder for him, and he really, really resented having to pay like any heed to Queen at all in order to keep
Yes.
subs.
Yes.
He
You
was
hit
just
the
on
nail
the
on
panel
the
too,
head.
what, a week ago
He
or less?
resents the hell. Hold on, Nikki.
Go ahead.
That burns his ass and chaps it so bad. What did Natasha say? I bet his ass has boils. It's so chapped. Like, it really is to that level for him. Having to show respect for any of us is more than he can physically handle inside.
Because Good Egg had a lot to say in the fucking chat. So Good Egg, come on the panel. Next.
There's the invitation.
Next.
I don't know if this person comes up on panels or not, but
Good Egg, next. Come on, Good Egg. I mean, you have a lot to say in the chat, but once you come on the panel, you have nothing. Absolutely nothing.
that girl says, Morbid, I respect your experience with him. Please respect mine. I guess I don't know your past with him. I just think, from what I know about Will, and he's totally different from the online stuff. He's a really good guy. So I don't know. I think you guys could get closer.
No, I'm a terrible person. I'm
He's
a piece
not.
of shit according to these people.
And I'm going to tell you the truth. I mean,
And I'm delusional
I
too,
really
by
don't
the way.
care.
I'm delusional too, by the way.
I mean, hopefully you guys can figure it out soon. Or not. I mean, it's up to you guys. You guys are adults. You can figure it out or not. Because you have a history that I don't share with you guys.
Well, no. This is the dynamic that happens in Queen Bee's panel. And here's the thing. I'm going to speak some.
But you know that happens there. I mean, a lot of women there. A lot of.
Yeah, you don't have to take anything for this, but I'm going to say it on your panel.
Careful.
Yeah, well, Queen Bee.
You're not drunk. Trust me. I've heard Will when he's drunk. I know.
I'm a little drunk. It's
I mean,
okay.
you're not like fucking
I'm a big
wasted.
boy. I'm a big boy. Yeah, no, not
Go
wasted,
ahead.
but
Go ahead.
I'm a big boy. Queen Bee is somebody who I have history with, and Queen Bee, after, during the whole Sophie Long thing, which is a whole other conversation. It's a lot, but Queen Bee went up against me a lot, and she built her channel on being Critical K's. I'm gonna be nice and not say simp, but I just said simp.
Stop
Sorry.
it. I did not build my channel. Hold on, I did not build my channel off of that. My channel was made, if you recall, because she had 17,000 subs, and people didn't want to go up on the panel over there. So we had our little channel, which was like 200 subscribers. And if you recall, right, this fucking son of a bitch right here is the one that plugged my goddamn channel when I fucking said don't.
Yeah, and I tried to stop him. You know I did. I tried to respect that.
Because I liked my channel being real small. I don't give a fuck about numbers, subscribers, and all that. We had a channel that was real tiny off in the little tiny corner of YouTube. And he made sure to plug my fucking channel. Did he not?
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got into a fight about it, and I told you,
he did.
Thank you for not spreading it, that girl.
Yeah, he forced it. I said, out of respect for you, I would not link it. And then it was either Cherry or him did it instead.
They both did. Yeah, they were all fuck them. Fuck all of them.
And it has the idea that I think you were a mod in Criticals. I think you were a wrench for Criticals.
I was a mod for her. Yes, I was. I was a mod for her.
Yeah, she was.
But it was not like at all. Like some people are really into being Critical K's mods, like mod chat.
And it was her and Lisa had went into what the fuck's that guy, that weird ass Ken Jennings chat, and told him to please stop talking about little one's medical records and her, private parts and stuff like that, and we got fucking doxxed out on Kiwi Farms because of that.
Yeah, but exactly. But the thing is, there was a connection with Critical K. You were her wrench for a little while before you started your thing, but it was not. They were not.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he pissed me the fuck off when he said that I was doing dirty shit for Critical K and all this and that. Because no, the fuck I wasn't. Matter of fact, I'm gonna need you to pull those motherfucking receipts out because you said you got them, Blair. You said you have them, so I'm gonna need you to pull them out because I'm calling your fucking bluff right now.
Well, he also says he doesn't have them, and then one sentence later he said he does. But he also says at one point that Queen's channel, you started it after Kay's got terminated, but Kay got terminated almost a year after you started your channel, and you weren't even modding for her or talk we had nothing to do with
my channel December 26th,
and she got terminated after the Andriaki. Was that Andrew? Yeah, the next summer. Yeah, and
totally. You go, Jones. I'm sorry.
It's insane to me. Look how quickly things changed. Like,
You know what?
just last week, he was up here saying, like, yeah, me and Queen, we don't get along, but I support you and what you're doing.
It was a
And
lie, though. He had to do that.
I know. It's insane. And
Exactly, Jonesy.
Because what
I
I
was
said to
just,
him on panel about his Discord and stuff being dead, I wasn't being ugly. It's true. He's got to slither around a bunch of places now. His following is dying.
Well, no,
It's
nobody
just-
wants to sit and be called fucking cunts and talk shit to and sitting there, you know, and then when he gets fucking drunk, being told that he hates manipulating y'all. Well, I mean, really, your chat's not going to sit there and fucking get manipulated and be treated like shit and talked to and called cunts and told to go fuck their mothers.
Yeah, and I would like to say that I don't appreciate. Wait. I just don't appreciate putting that out there like that. Like basically, because that basically what's going to happen is when you say something like an allegation like that with no receipts, what's going to happen on the YouTube streets is someone's going to grab a clip of that and say, "Look, the Glare said it. The Glare said it," and they're going to put it and they're going to play it with their lives, and then it's just going to basically, it's just like it's the tactic. It's like muddying the waters, and I just don't agree with that type of tactic. I also say like I do think like alcohol is like a truth serum a little bit, but I also think like it affects your decision making process. It affects to make it like some sort of truth serum only is kind of like because as a person who grew up with people who have drank and have been told horrible things by them. I would know that they would never say that to me in real life, and they wouldn't really have that feeling. And I think like when someone's drunk, I think it's like a different personality takes over, a different persona, and I think that. And
Well,
I
yeah, it
just
is, and he knows that. I mean, he knows that. Glare knows exactly what he's like. He knows that he's had people tell him several times over and over again, "You're wonderful. You do really good when you're sober. I really enjoy this side of you. I really enjoy listening to your bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like your true crime cases and whatever, chit chat and whatever. I mean, he's got just as much drama over there as we do over here. You know what I mean? Like he used
I would suggest
now. I can't say he does now, but I can say he did before.
I would suggest like
Right.
Blair, you gotta never drink again, and I think you might need to go to like some sort of AA or something like that. My advice.
I've begged him to go to counseling or some kind of anything, and he doesn't think he needs it, Tim. That's on him.
I try not to speak on that just because, I mean, he has to make that decision for
I
himself.
get it, but I'm just
I
saying,
would
like,
definitely say, though, like, if you plan on drinking like this heavy, maybe just don't go on any panels. Like,
absolutely.
just for the night. Take the night off if you plan on drinking that heavy.
Agreed.
Because it ends up biting you in the ass because whether it's truth serum or whatever it is, it ends up looking bad on you.
Can I say something real quick?
Well, yeah, hold
Tim,
on 1 second.
yeah.
We even tried to fucking be nice and make that goddamn super chat song and have
Yeah.
fun. And
I
what I'm saying?
know.
Like I said, we had been trying. He just pulled a whole fucking dolly on us and shit. We're trying to be cool and be nice and all this, and you want to turn around and act like a damn fucking donkey's ass.
Also, I would like to say this because I'm seeing this in the chat. Please don't bring up the Glaire's kid. I don't agree with that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. And I don't want to, because that's not something I want to hear. I don't want to weaponize that situation. And I don't bring up anyone's
kids
kid.
up, and I don't appreciate you bringing them up now. I don't really give a fuck. The Glare,
I don't agree with that at
his
all.
situation, his children should have never been brought up to it. His personal life, none of that should be on here at all. And even though I can't stand his ass, none of that should be on here. The stuff with his son should not be on here. That's no one else's fucking business.
No, hold him accountable for his actions.
And I don't care if he's the one who brought it up. I don't care. It should be off limits because we are adults and we are better people. Fuck that.
Tim, wait, you know what? I was in the same situation, what you were talking about with drinking and all that in the family. They have one person that they always go after, no matter who's there. And I was, like you were saying, I was that person until you reach a point where you're just like, I can't do this anymore. And he'll never get help. I mean, he enjoys just being an idiot and having everyone listen to him doing it. And, unless he really wants to. Yeah.
Right, and that's his decision. I don't think it's fair to say he never will. I think
I hope he does.
I hope he does.
Honestly, because with those sentences, he knew what he was saying. My mother, I grew up was on It's Not About Me. It was the opposite. It was the truther. And you don't just kind of bring those up. I'm tired of manipulating, And I don't know what it is, but yeah, he needs to get help again.
Well, I know a lot of people are seeing his behavior, and if they have personal experiences with people who have alcoholism, they're seeing a connection, but we have no way of knowing, and we cannot say
Right.
he has
Right.
alcoholism. You can have
That's
alcohol abuse disorder, or you could just have you could just misuse alcohol or substances. Sometimes it's not that you're an alcoholic.
I agree. I'm more uncomfortable with saying that about somebody than I am telling somebody they can't comprehend things.
I
well.
didn't know. What I said was, or maybe it didn't come out right, meaning he'll never do it unless he wants to do it, is what I meant. Like, we can all tell him to, friends, family, but I meant like, unless he wants to, it'll never happen. And that's the truth. If you don't want to do anything, it's not going to happen. You know, I mean, you can tell someone you're blue in the face, but they have to want to get help, right? I mean, that's how I
And
feel.
everybody can have their opinion on if they think he drinks too much or not, but that's not really for us to say.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, if you plan on drinking that night, maybe just
Yeah.
go do something else.
I want to say
Don't
something.
because you end up offending a lot of people, including yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
just
Watch a
just
movie.
refrain.
Yeah, definitely. And what's weird is when he watches it, like after the next day, I don't think it even bothers him. Like that, you know, where he'd even not want to do it when he drinks. No? What do you think? No?
I'm just a
I
big
think it
proponent
does.
of counseling, period. And so I've always suggested that for him. But I would suggest that for anybody. I go myself. I think therapy is a good, healthy thing. You know, so that's why I said that about therapy earlier.
Louise, I encouraged that with you for a while, baby. Remember?
I know you practically had you helped force me to go, and thank you for that. It's definitely helped, and I've got more to go. You know, today is a 6
Sometimes
month.
you just need a little push. That's all.
Yeah.
But I do want to bring this up here though. Chasing said it's nuts. 1 minute people are fine with him, and then a creator has an issue, and the same people turn against him. Does anyone find that weird as hell?
I've never liked
No,
that.
not with his behavior. No, it's not weird at all. It's very obvious what's happening.
But didn't he tell his subs
He said,
to
and
unsub from him?
it ain't on the creator, it's on the people who flip flop all over the place. Which I get what you're saying, I do, but I think there's a lot of like, okay, so like me, I tried to look past stuff. I know that girl tried to look past stuff. There was a lot of us who had history with him, that you know didn't have very good history with him. We tried to let bygones be bygones and move on, and we actually tried to get along, and I know I did. I know you did. We tried to look past this, and let people learn on their own.
Queen, but can we answer her question with his words, though? His words answer that question, Chasing. He's the one who said, if you go over there too, fuck you. I don't want you at my place. So I don't think this is on anybody but him. It's not people being flip-floppers. It's people seeing him for who he is and following his own suggestion. He's the one who did that. Nobody else did that.
Speaking for myself, I wouldn't say that I'm turning against Blair. I would say I'm just disappointed in what I've seen, and I can't support that kind of behavior because it's been 3 times in the past month, and for some people that can be triggering.
Yeah,
it really can.
Well, not
So
only
I
that, though,
mean,
but I have an issue with my friends being called cunts and bitches and told to go fuck their mothers and all kinds of stuff like that, and then telling the subs that they need to go fuck off and unsubscribe.
Well, and him lying on you, acting like him or Kay had anything to do with the success of your channel is absolutely straight delusion.
That had nothing to do with my channel, but for him to sit here and say I was doxing and being really nasty to everybody, no, I was being real fucking nasty to him, and that was it.
Yeah, Queen, do you want me to play? I mean, I think that, psychoanalyzing, like, the glare, it can happen this is like, let's have him speak for himself. Like, let's keep playing it.
I think, I want to say real quick, I think the glare can be good as gold until he's not. And I wouldn't say everybody can be like that, but that's the way I see it. The glare can be really good until he just causes destruction upon himself.
Man,
That's
he's his
my
own
opinion.
worst enemy. His own worst enemy.
Yeah, that's my opinion. But I don't hate him. I'm just disappointed.
And, with the whole Cherry situation, Cherry and him were deleting you guys. They deleted Hakab's wrench last night. Like, he was in there just drunk being mean and hateful. And You know what I mean? It's just
I don't hate him. I can say that.
No, I said he
I
was
don't
being
hate him.
mean and hateful to you guys and being shitty to.
Oh no.
I'm
Okay,
not
I'm gonna.
talking about you. I just said to like to these guys, to everybody, to like Good Nunya when he told her to go fuck her mother and called her a cunt, and you know what I mean. Several other people. I'm not just saying just you.
I'm gonna keep.
I know.
Now.
You're breaking up, that girl.
Okay, I'll mute.
Yeah, there's too many people up here talking at the same
Focus
time.
on
Go ahead and
that.
play this
And,
wall.
when I was doing that, that girl was my main moderator. She was my hardcore
Who
fucking
was? Queen
trust.
Bee?
No, that girl.
Oh, that girl. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And she tried to tell me what to do with my channel. And when I told her that you can't tell me what to do with my channel, she turned against me. That's all that happened. It's that simple. And when that happened, and she
Lie.
got upset, I was like, well, I can't have that. And she was like, well, I can't be a mod for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I realized that she was talking to those people like Queen Bee and other people that Queen Bee was associating with. Because me and Queen Bee were sworn enemies and we didn't even know it at the time. She was associating with these people behind my back. My main moderator, my managing moderator, the one that I cared about before even a managing moderator was an option on YouTube. She was my managing moderator, the one that I trusted with my channel more than anybody in the world. That was that girl. That was her.
Pause this for
But
just
she was
one
going
sec.
behind my back.
Chasing. She said I tell people to fuck their mother all the time, which okay, you know what? Hey, that's okay because I cuss people out too, and I'm not saying that. But you don't get drunk as hell and come on here and say all kinds of shit, calling your subscribers cunts, telling them to fucking unsubscribe. There's a big difference, and you and I both know.
Facts.
And trying to fuck me over. And I wasn't totally sure until I was on a panel with her, and then I yelled and screamed at her and called her a fucking bitch and blah 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 blah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But then
that did happen. That's true.
I mean, but then I was a bad guy because I yelled and screamed. Another time where I was a bad guy because I yelled and screamed because the person that I trusted the most was going behind my back. And then she says it's a lie. I love that she says that's a lie, but she is now totally in cahoots with all of those people. Even though now I don't have such problems with those people, but she is in cahoots with all those people now, even though I'm not fighting with those people currently. So tell me who's a liar.
But dude, I mean, do you want to?
When he said that, like, it was so morbid that doesn't know what to say. He's like, so tell me who's a liar. But he wasn't. Did he even say anything about who was lying?
They were both telling the truth. That's exactly right. That girl said it, and he said they were both telling the truth. Neither one of them were lying.
I know. It's just morbid can't even really follow this, and he actually keeps trying to change.
He said the same thing. He cussed out that girl, and she said he cussed her out, and that's exactly how it went. Like that's.
All right, here we go.
I didn't cuss him out. I mean, I wasn't nice, but I wasn't mad like he was either.
Right.
I was just like, I cannot believe that he is lying and doing this again. Like, it's been 2 years, you obsessed weirdo. Fucking let it go.
Yeah.
I want to deal with this. That's why I don't care about.
No. I feel stupid now because I'm saying this on your channel. I feel stupid about it because I know you don't care.
No, I mean, dude, that's your
you
thing.
said it's old. It's really old.
I always back Will, no matter what.
No,
The guy
no,
believed in me from the beginning. He still does. I owe him the gratitude.
He
Never
felt
accepted it.
stupid because he lied to
I always got
his
back.
friend.
He always has mine. So that's neither here or there. Point is,
you're
like,
right.
is it
You're
worth
right.
it?
Like I feel stupid for even fucking talking about this on your channel, honestly.
See, now you make me feel guilty again.
No, man.
It's always my fault, man. And I'm taking that. I'll take it. Space Monster. She's got a lot to say. Space Monster, what's happening here? If it's really you, hurry up.
Wait, is this where he gets bombed? Is this where he gets
No,
bombed?
not in this clip. No.
Okay, I was gonna say shit. I'm gonna hurry up and cover this. I know he got
No.
2 bean bombs.
No.
I just didn't know when they happened. Okay,
No,
sorry.
this is only when he first mentioned your name to the end of the first rant about you.
Oh, okay.
She don't like you.
I don't even fucking know who Space Monster fucking is.
Well, you'll recognize her voice.
Will I? Because I don't listen to her.
And Michelle, we got Michelle there. She's
Who the fuck that is?
She's just having a good old time. Just sitting back, relaxing.
Whatever. I feel fucking dumb.
Why?
Bringing this drama in. I brought Queen Bee drama onto your channel, and that I've been trying to avoid
I
forever.
don't even see that. I mean,
You know?
dude, I mean, if you have problems with people, and this is a history, I mean,
Right, pause
people,
this.
the people that called out have problems.
Exactly. I tried to avoid it. He tried to avoid it. We've both tried to fucking avoid it. Like I said, I was letting bygones be bygones. We were laughing. We were joking. We even made the super chat song to laugh and joke. Ha 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 ha. Let it go because I didn't want to be a fucking weirdo holding on to shit from 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking being shitty because the case where we both, you know what I mean? He covered he chose to cover the dad. I chose to, defend the mom. And so it is what it is. I tried to, like I said, move past it. And he does look like a total dick bag right now, bringing this to Morbid's channel, starting shit. And then not only that, starting a big ass fucking issue with me where we were trying to move past that.
Oh yeah, this was totally out of
You
no.
did great.
I wasn't
Queen,
even in the
I
goddamn chat. Wasn't talking
Queen, you
shit to him.
did great.
Hadn't talked shit to him. None of that.
You did great. This isn't on you. We all did the best we could. This is on him, not us.
I didn't do the best I could. I continued to antagonize him whenever. But then
That's
again,
true.
I'm not
You were a
a
total
fan.
bitch, but
I'm
that's
not a
not the
fan either.
same.
I'm just a
Yeah.
person in the chat, and he needs to have like, you know,
Right,
a
but he
little
could have
more-
went at you. He
yeah.
didn't need to go. Why go at me because you're in there
Right.
talking shit to him? You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? That has nothing
But
to
he
fucking
did go at her. He went at her and me for no reason right before this, baby.
Yeah, but it really comes down to, obviously he's just cannot stand that he's had to like share an audience and be respectful to Queen. Like, obviously it's been bothering him because he said, you'll start hearing him talk here. He literally says, I hate Queen B. I don't have a problem with Queen B. And when I tell you he says those together, he does. It's like not so much he tried to backpedal, but he ended up just swinging just back and forth, saying like the really messed up stuff and then saying some sort of ridiculous backpedal and then back again.
Problems with you?
I fucking hate these people. Let me just fucking let it all out. I hate these people.
Oh boy.
I do.
Don't blame me tomorrow.
No, it's me. I hate these people. I fucking do. I fucking hate these drama bullshit fucking channels. I'm just trying to fucking.
I agree. It is horseshit drama channels. It's really.
It's fucking.
It's YouTube. Fuck, man, get a life.
I hate these fucking drama channels, dude. I fucking hate them. I don't like Queen B. I don't have anything against her. I think that she.
However, it is good entertainment, as we are here. Continue.
I think that she was fucking doing the Critical K thing, and then Critical K's channel fucking got deleted, and then she was like, "Okay, I got a fresh start." That's what I think happened.
That's untrue. Just so everybody's clear. Again,
a fresh start. Yeah, my ass. Fuck, like, I was getting doxxed. Matter of fact, Brooks fucking Crime Lines and Lies doxed me in her goddamn group, and on Easter I got 19 fucking phone calls while I was eating fucking dinner, Easter fucking dinner, letting me know that I was doxed in the fucking Long Hoax group.
Jesus.
Damn, Brooks, what are you fucking thinking, man?
Oh, girl, it got real fucking nasty. Trust me, nobody's fucking hands cleaning this motherfucker. And I'll tell you what, I will put it all out. I got every fucking live stream saved still from fucking 2 years ago. And like I said, I'll crack the goddamn vault. We'll open Pandora's fucking box.
But like the point is also at that point when Kay got terminated, she wasn't even like, it was so far after Queen had started her channel and they hadn't been covering like the same topics. Like it was so completely different. So for him to act like she got terminated was just a random thing that happened. It had no effect on Queen's channel whatsoever. And he's acting like that was like her fresh start. He's just making stuff up. I don't know.
Yeah, not only that though, listen, me and Kay had not even got along. Me and Kay we hadn't even spoke for I don't know, probably a good 6 months before she left, before she got terminated.
A Crimson Crime? Well, what does me being a mod? I don't understand. What are you trying to say, a Crimson Crime? Me being a mod for Queen triggered Glare? What? I'm trying to understand.
That girl probably. She's probably saying that girl.
Look,
Look,
okay. It does trigger him. It does. But I need to say this out loud, and I respect everybody's opinion. But to blame all this on alcohol discounts the repeated abusive behavior by this, I won't even call him a man because he isn't, by this male. It is not alcohol. This is him. Does the alcohol make it worse? Of course, it magnifies any emotion. But this is him, and I will not allow people, as long as I have a voice, to totally write this off on alcohol, because this is his chosen behavior, and it's his feelings. Period. He's the one who's abusing people. He's the one who can't control himself. He's the one who's psychotic. Alcohol may not help it, but this is not alcohol. And that dismisses the abuse that people suffer at his hands. And I don't think that's right.
So,
and you know how to.
So Queen and Glare have a history of 2 years or more. Yes, we have a history. Glare and
I have a history of more than 5 years with him, Tracy Ann. More than 5 years.
So,
and he was one of my best friends until he abused me, literally.
So yeah, these guys know a lot more. This is pretty much a big, huge blowout that we all had 2-3 years ago, that the Glare just basically puked on Morbid's
wait,
panel.
you guys, isn't today the anniversary of the Watts murders? Because if it is 5 years ago this week that I met that motherfucker.
But not only that though, like I said, he was attacking subscribers. That he went after Good Nunya, told her to go fuck her mother, fucking talked shit about me, talked about that girl, attacked people in chat, blocked her in chat, went after Hakab. I mean, it wasn't.
he's about to say it. He's about to divide y'all's chats here in just a second in the clip.
Yeah.
Right, and he tells everybody, anybody that's subscribed to my channel needs to unsubscribe from his channel. He wants no fucking parts of it. So no. This
started fucking a fresh start because Critical K's channel got fucking deleted and you can't fucking see the receipts. But if you saw the receipts, you would see that Queen Bee is fucked up. But she's not fucked up now. I believe in fresh starts.
Wait,
I think that Queen Bee is
okay,
doing
but if you were to see okay, hold on. If you were to see the receipts, you would see that I was fucked up, okay?
You're not fucked up now.
Right, but I'm not fucked up now. But I was fucked up before. Okay.
Right.
There are no receipts. There's no receipts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm calling your bluff. I want you to drop the fucking receipts that you think you fucking have. Drop those motherfuckers.
Well, and where's the receipts on me? I'm the only one who showed receipts. The only one. Where's all these receipts? He's full of shit. Sorry, I need to.
And the only thing is, like 2 years ago, he cleaned up his act. For the last fucking year, he stopped drinking. He started getting along. He was being respectful. He was being respectful to all the ladies in chat. Anybody he'd come across to do, like he just, you know what I'm saying? He had like turned into a whole different person, and everybody was respecting him and liking him. Everything was good. Everything was good until he started doing his fucking pulling his drinking shit again and starting to do this again on panels.
But it was also frustrating because while it seems like it does seem like that's what he's been doing for the last year or so, and I don't blame people who are seeing him for the first time for taking that at face value. I really don't. That whole time, you know, other people who've seen the whole thing knew that this was just a mask, that this was just something he was putting on. And the fact that he literally says this here, I'm sick of having to play people, manipulate people. I'm tired of doing this. I want to say it. I'm just going to say it. Like, this is what he just wants to truly say. And, you know, his inhibitions were lowered and he said it.
Well, then that's what they say. You fake it till you make it. And just like with voices, she's like, I fucking hated it. I have felt like I was being fake. I was wearing a shirt too small, jeans 2 sizes too small, and shoes too small. I didn't fit in over there. Okay, well, if that's how you felt, that's fine. You can feel that way. That's okay. It's okay to feel that way. But you don't have to attack people, tell them they're fucking cunts, whores, mother, you know, fuck their mothers, all kinds of stupid ass shit, and start saying I dox people, spreading fucking nasty rumors, telling motherfucking subscribers to unsubscribe from his channel if they want to be on my channel. He's fucking nasty. He's being real goddamn nasty, and I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
She has the same fucking shitty people supporting her. The people that support Queen Bee are the people that I have a problem with, except B-Tim. I like B-Tim.
But that's the thing. I mean, you're not going to be able to control the people that watch those channels, right? So, I mean.
But let's call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? Let's call a fucking spade a spade. Queen Bee,
her
channel was built on, I don't even fucking know.
Queen Bee's channel was fucking built
right
on
true crime. You know, it was built on Critical K, but then Critical K fucking deleted her channel and nobody could see the receipts and call her out on what happened. Because Queen Bee was involved in a lot of doxing and fucked up shit. And I have the receipts for that. But I believe that Queen Bee is doing good shit. I truly believe that. And I support Queen Bee in her lawsuit against Bullhorn Betty, her counter lawsuit against Bullhorn Betty. I fully support her. But I'm saying there's some fucking bullshit going on there. There's a lot of hypocritical shit going on there. And I know that a lot of my supporters support Queen Bee, but listen, I'm going to tell you right now. If you are part of the drama community and you're supporting me, I don't need your support. Fuck off and unsubscribe from me. I don't fucking need it. Fuck you. Fuck off. No, I want him to. Fuck all you.
Morbid tried telling him to stop.
Yeah, but it's just like.
Yep.
He's like, dude, this is like pointless. This is fucking pointless.
And why light shit on fire now if you have been trying to get along? What made you tired of trying to get along? I don't understand.
He was just on panel last week.
I got up there and did not give him the fight and throwdown that he wanted, and it was more than he could stand. It boiled up and boiled up. He blames Queen and them for souring our relationship and all these crazy things that never happened instead of owning up to the fucking abuse that he put towards me and apologizing. He still will not apologize for lying. He still will not apologize for the abuse. And he views Queen, Cappy, Chrissy, and 2 or 3 others as the direct demise of our friendship, even though it was totally him and his abusive alcoholic behavior. Period. End of paragraph.
Unsubscribe from me.
We just accept whatever is good entertainment. But that's my motto. I don't know what. But here's the thing. So you guys, I mean, I'm going to say you have a commonality between these people because I think are they for like victims' families? I'm going to assume.
No, exactly. That's what I need to correct. That's what I need to correct. Because I don't want commonalities with channels like that. I don't want commonalities.
Yeah, but you guys share something, and that's probably the main goal with you guys who are covering true crime.
Always share our numbers. I don't want those numbers. I don't want them. I don't want those numbers. Fuck those people. Fuck them all.
Here's a breath of fresh air.
So
So yeah,
people fuck you all, huh? That's
he wants to have no commonality with you. He doesn't. The only thing you guys share is numbers, which I agree. I don't think your content's anything like his content. I think his content's crap. But
Well, actually, that's not true. They cover the same subjects on the same days
the same
all the
subjects.
time.
Sure, the same subjects, but I guess I'm talking about the actual commentary. However, what he's saying is
that we're talking about cases that are usually in the news. It's pretty much
Right.
everything talks about the same shit.
Right. And what he's basically saying, he's like, there's nothing in common with our channel except for the numbers, and I don't want those numbers. F those people. Does it make sense? Is it reasonable? No. Like, this is not, I don't think it's a logical response, but it's obviously based out of a lot of anger. And just to be clear, again, Queen was not even in that chat last night. She wasn't mentioned. Like, nothing.
No, I defended her though, because what he was saying was bullshit.
And for the motherfucking people that have known me for the last 3 and 4 years, they know it's bullshit. People that modded with me with Critical K, they know that's some bullshit.
The only thing y'all did was literally disagree. And that whole disagreement for the whole year of 2020 bubbled and frothed and rolled over, and it was an absolute.
We did live after live after live on K like Jimmy Con did them on me. And I can't stand that shit. That's fucked up. So yeah, I did say something. I did speak out about it a couple times. Me and him got into it several fucking times over that shit. Like, dude, give it a fucking break. You go live about Critical K every fucking day. Like, that was his only content. So yeah, we did troll him. We did fuck with him. Yeah, hell yeah, we did.
Sassafras says he was drunk, for fuck's sake. Okay.
I say one thing up to you, Jonesy.
How many times are we going to excuse it that way? Because I've said that 2 times already this month.
Right.
I don't care. Alcohol is not an excuse for abuse. Alcohol, drugs, none of it is an excuse for abuse. Period. I've been dealing with him for half a decade. He's an abusive piece of shit, alcohol or not. Alcohol's not an excuse.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
When you give someone a pass nonstop, right? Oh, he was just drunk, right? Oh, he's just drunk. You're literally giving somebody a pass.
Oh, what? You just killed a family of 5 because you went out drinking and driving? Oh, I'm sorry. It was just the alcohol. Fuck that. Alcohol is not an excuse for what people do when they're on it. It's not okay. It's more of a reason to get help or more of a reason to
Yeah, because he doesn't lose his shit until he is drunk. You know what I'm saying? So it just
he does. He just keeps it private.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I don't know him like that. So.
But if you continue to, let him use it as an excuse and then give him a pass like that, nothing will change. Point blank.
That's like somebody excusing a drunk driver for killing kids. Oh, he was drunk. He didn't mean it. Fuck that.
Can I just say one thing real quick?
Yes.
And if you need to kick me out, you can totally kick me out. I'm good with it.
Go ahead.
So I think we've reached the point where we're shoving it down people's throat, in my opinion. And I think where I understand the passion comes from a history, and I get that part for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is entitled to watching these clips. Like I watch these clips and I don't see abuse. I just don't. And I'm not discounting somebody else's view that this is abuse.
You know, there's going to be different situations with different people. You know what I'm saying? Like he has different relationships with different people.
Exactly. So
also, once we're done with this live stream, you know what I'm saying? I don't have any intention on speaking on it. You can watch the clips and go from there or whatever it is you want to do. I
have to respectfully disagree. I think his behavior towards me was absolutely abusive. His behavior towards Jacob was absolutely abusive. And it has been for a long time now. And we haven't even watched all the clips straight through once. So I don't call it shoving it down people's throats when we haven't even covered everything that happened. So on that point, I'll have to respectfully disagree. What he has done to me for years now is abusive. And I'm allowed to call it that because that's how it feels. And he fucking stalks me with it. So that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, the clip that we're showing, I mean, I never said it was abuse or anything like that. I just think he's talking out his ass and he's embarrassed himself and he's showing his true feelings. As far as, that girl, like the thing is, I also don't resonate exactly what that girl's saying, because that girl was his friend and they have like a totally separate thing. He's just a YouTuber that I really dislike, right? So it's going to be completely different. But just because she's speaking about her experience with him as a whole, does not mean that I don't know. Like I feel like I don't feel like, as I'm playing the clip at least, I don't think I was saying that he's abusive. I think we're just pointing out how he's like went off on
personally. I thought I made that real clear. I'm speaking for myself, my experience with him, and what he did to me again last night after years, because he will never let it go. And what he does towards me is abusive. And I do not find alcohol to be an excuse for that, and I never will.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we can tell somebody. I don't think any of us could ever tell that girl that it wasn't abusive. Like I said, they had a years long off YouTube, like personal friendship, and obviously she knows way more about him than I would ever want to know. I'm just pointing out when he makes an ass out of himself on YouTube.
I've seen those old clips.
Dame?
Call me Frenchie.
6'9".
Yeah, I know you want to rip me to shit, but I got to tell you, he's right. Blair is right.
Is Nanya still up here? Nanya?
I feel like what Frenchie said about him being allowed space here. Queen has an open panel. She said time and time again that anybody's allowed up here but one person. And I will always respect and support her as my friend. Whether I always agree or not doesn't have to be the same. I will still respect and support her and allow space for and respect to anybody that she has in her space until I no longer have to.
Good, then you drop down.
Oh, I don't think she was finished saying what she was saying.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she finished it or she dropped down. But I mean, like, I would say that when it comes to Good Egg and that girl, is that they have a long history with the
I do not have a history with the glare. I just really want to.
Wait, let me.
You do have a history
of
arguing with the glare egg.
You do not, but just don't. When you say that girl and Good Egg, yeah, like he is just a YouTube person.
All right. I get it, but I'm saying, okay, maybe
it just seems strange, like just because I've known about his channel for a long time and like I really dislike his channel.
Yes,
that's you can't conflate
for a while, right? That's what I meant. You know about his channel and you knew about
just like all of us who were here at the beginning of the channel.
Yes, okay.
But just please don't conflate it with that girl who like had a private relationship with him.
I wasn't saying you had a private relationship with him. I did not state that. But I'm saying that there's a long history where, like, you follow the glare either from a YouTube, you follow them from a subscriber.
No,
is that better?
Never subbed to him ever, and never would.
A viewer?
No, she was on the opposite side and went up against him and talked shit to him for years. It's not the same.
On one topic, I have not watched.
But you have
doing it.
But you have very strong feelings about it.
I have very strong opinions about him as like a YouTube figure. That is not.
And a lot of people who are watching this are looking at it because they haven't had the strong feelings or know all the history. So it seems like to those people that, oh, well, he was drunk and he just basically was in this particular situation. And you're trying to explain that it's the totality of everything that has formed your opinions and why you're kind of going hard at the glare at this particular point.
You don't really, you don't really know the history and you weren't around for it. So that's
what I'm trying to explain to the chat.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to understand.
And it's half and half in the chat. There's plenty of people who know exactly what the deal is, and other people who are learning. That's fine. It's always on YouTube.
That's right. Good night. You said I was able to speak. It's okay. I'm fine. The history is what needs to be heard, so I'm fine with all that. I'll stay down here and listen.
If everybody still loves them, I'm just not going to let him bully me and lie on me.
Right. Yeah. I'm not doing that. Fuck that. That's why I called this shit to attention anyways, because that was fucking bullshit. Especially when we're fucking working hard to try to get along with the motherfucker, and then he wants to go get drunk and run his fucking mouth. Not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times. I let it go the first 2 times.
Amen.
Now, Remy here says, here's the thing, just to flip this though, people tried to speak up about Laura and you guys had to find out for yourselves. Exactly. That's why I backed the fuck off and let people find out for the glare themselves. I think last night they should, last night you guys didn't get to see this because Morbid cut the fucking 2 hours off the live stream. So you guys didn't get to see this last night, whereas we all watched this and then watched it again, the part we missed before we went live.
We've been very respectful, and I'm telling you right now, you guys in the chat, Queen and I have had verbatim this conversation. We're going to do what's right by the people that we love that are subs to this channel in the Hive and his channel too, because y'all should not be put in the middle of it. He's the one who broke that truce, not us.
Yeah, I feel like I was kind of put in the middle of it, not directly, but him saying, if you sub up there, unsub from me. And I've always tried to be supportive, so I don't know how to
But it's
feel
not
right
because
now.
me and Queen, right? Have I ever made you feel that way, Jones? And please
No,
be
no,
honest.
no, no.
Speak
It's
up.
because of what he said last night, and it's like, why? I don't understand. I don't know.
I
get it.
do my
But
best.
I think
YouTubers fighting
All right,
against
she
each
said,
other.
Cap said just let it play so people can hear it for
Yeah.
themselves. Stop. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, now I'm in the position, I never supported Clara before, but I'm seeing a different side of the guy. And I kind of have to say,
Get a room.
I coalesce. I think he's doing the right thing and saying what he's saying. This guy's got balls. He's going out now and calling out people. And,
Wow.
and I got to be honest, everybody, oh, no, we can't talk about Queen Bee. But I do have to tell you, I like Queen Bee, but I don't like the piece of shits that are associated
Hey, you know what, Dame? You know what? I like you now, Dame.
I want to be clear.
You're
Yeah, you're real.
Hey, why don't you two talk? I'll be right back.
I want to be clear.
Time
I
out,
think
though.
Queen
Hold on.
Bee has been doing great things with her channel since she separated with.
I want to know what pieces of shit she's speaking about. Who do I fucking hang out with that are pieces of shits? I
We're
know
all
she don't
pieces
like you,
of
Jones.
shit.
I was gonna say I know she don't like you. I know she don't, but who
Because
else?
I call her on her bullshit.
Every time, and she flips like a fuck. She flip flops more than
She
anybody
sure
else.
fucking does.
She's like, yeah, he's calling things out. No, he's talking shit when he's fucking drunk. There's a big difference.
First off, and she's constantly patrolling the streets, trying to tell people who they can have on their panel, what they can discuss on their panel. Dumb defer, shut the fuck up.
And she told them not to call it. She said, don't you say the word cunt. And then they called her a cunt 15 fucking times. Then they called her a Jewish cunt. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
And you know what? She was upset in your chat yesterday, and that's probably what's led to this and her saying this now.
Yep.
Because she was upset that y'all were reviewing Daisy. And it's like, girl, you don't get to choose. Like, you either watch it or you don't, but you don't get to tell people what they should and should not cover. And the fact is, you supported Dolly majorly, monetarily.
Right. We still allow her over here in our
respect
chats.
your fucking opinions, period.
Yeah. Hey, Queen.
Hi,
Hey,
Rowena.
everybody.
How are you, baby?
Hey. Yeah. She was pissed off because, just like Jones and just said, we were reviewing Daisy, and I'll stand on what I said. It was exploitation. It was vile, and I didn't like it. Did I stand on Daisy's neck? No, I didn't. So if you think that Dane, I know you listening. If you think that was an attack, sit the fuck down. Stop it. You said in chat, and I even said to you back in chat, I'm not attacking her. These are just my opinions, and we are reviewing what happened on her during her live 2 nights. That's all we were doing is reviewing. So you said, well, I'm new. I haven't looked into her. Da da da. Maybe you need to go to the commentary community. That's where I came from. Go there, because that's what it is. It's commentary. That's what it is. This isn't a drag. Because if I drug anybody, they would leave crying. Promise and believe that.
I didn't feel like anybody drugged Daisy yesterday. I think y'all were just conversating about it, and that's it.
That's what she was portraying on this panel. So I know I was very opinionated yesterday,
No,
and
I
I
think we
stand
even
on it.
said we like Daisy. We just didn't think she made a very good choice yesterday, and everybody's entitled to their own opinions.
Right. I mean, I don't mess with her. I don't watch her. But what I saw, I didn't like for 2 days. That's it. It's over. I'm done. But to go on a panel and say that we were attacking, girl.
Jeff said, good, Nunya, you should go back up. Not sure what you were about to say, but if I'm right, I think it was something a lot of us think. Jeff, why don't you come up here and say it then?
I would love to know what Nunya was going to say. That's why I was like, damn, did she jump down? I thought she was in the middle of saying something.
Rowena, I just want to tell you I love you.
Well, I love you too, darling, honey. Look, you know I
And
saw all of it. I was
Rowena,
there
are
back
you
in the
from
day.
Rowena? Were you a mod for the glare?
No, hell
No, but
no.
Rowena was there when everything happened. She knows.
That's where I met that girl. That's
Was
where all
the
those
other
years
mod
ago.
gonna
That's
come
where
up
I met
and
her.
there was that other mod gonna come up here or no?
I don't
She
know. Let me ask her real quick. I know she was gonna. I know this is a very intimidating situation. He's already cussed her out and lied about her publicly once. It's hard to speak out against him. I know. I've been there.
Yeah, it's okay,
Well,
that
she's
girl.
welcome to come up and say whatever she needs
It's
to say.
okay, baby.
Hey,
It's all
Ro.
right. It's okay, baby. It's all right, that girl.
I'm
It's all
open to
right.
it. I mean, like I
I
said,
think she's
I
doing good.
thought, like I
I'm
said,
not.
I definitely thought I was doing, doing something good by trying to look past the shit.
You
Only
were,
to turn
Queen.
around and be smacked in the fucking mouth last night. So
You
fuck
really
that.
did good.
Yeah,
You,
Queen did nothing wrong, and so
no.
it's like I it's fine to have empathy, but I also just think that she went live and he said these really like extreme provocative things about her, literally out of nowhere, and so while people can have empathy for him or want to apologize for some of his things, like at the same time, this is like her chance to just show what he said to everybody who might not have heard it, and then we can all debate.
And if anybody wants that girl's receipts on everything that she's speaking about in the history, I don't know if it is still on her channel. I'm sure she still has it.
I think it
And
is.
she had a funeral. She laid out receipt after receipt after receipt after receipt. So no, she's not laying out the receipts right now because we're letting his own
Yeah,
words
they're still
speak.
there. And as a matter of fact, since he wanted to lie again last night, I went and took all the videos that I had taken down because I thought his behavior had changed and took them off private, made them public again. I've
Okay,
also, at
good.
one point in time, had them in a playlist. Um, and I may have some commentary on what just happened again, but I don't know that it's worth my time and
No,
effort.
it's
Um,
not, baby.
and just it's all there. The story hasn't changed. The truth doesn't change, and there is a solid receipt after receipt after receipt.
Yep.
Um, and it just is what it is. But yeah, it's all still there. I think it's under a playlist called "The Glare Lies," but I'll have to
Okay.
check since I had put so many on private to see if that playlist still exists.
Hold on, I wanna correct this. So this is kind of like something right here that's
Yeah.
Spivey says question. What made that girl change her view on the glare? Was it because of what he said? Was it because of he said last night? He's been nasty and foul to people for years. Why now?
It isn't why now.
So
I
My
feel
right,
like
dear,
she's
can I
been
speak? I'll
talking
speak
about
for
it.
myself.
Spivey doesn't know
I'm
that,
sorry.
and other
No, it's
subscribers
okay.
don't.
I'll speak for
Hold on.
myself.
Hold on, please.
I was talking to John.
Spivey doesn't. I only read this because Spivey and other people don't know the history. They don't know that you were a mod for him and then left. They don't know that there's more to this than what just happened last night.
Yeah, that was the point I was making before.
Well,
That's what
I
I'm
was
trying
just
to
going to say
convey.
my opinion never changed. I was just silent about it out of respect for you, Queen.
Yeah, and I tried to get it. Like I said, I was trying to do the right thing for our community and let bygones be bygones because it was old shit. And when he gets drunk, he does dumb shit. Okay, fine, whatever. I let it go. It was old shit. It is what it is. But the shit that was said there's some shit I'm not going to look past, like him trying to say that I was doxing people shit for K. That's bullshit. And I never did. Pull your motherfucking receipts. I'm calling your bluff.
This is why, though, I think that I am so adamant about having my voice right now. It's because I realize that by trying to do the mature thing for the community, people have been misled. And now we may look like some kind of flip-floppers. No, we were adults trying to do the right thing for like the greater good of all the people in the community, not just us and our personal feelings and
Well,
experiences.
yeah, we share a lot of subscribers. A lot of the people that go over there, they come over here. And I mean, I don't care where anybody goes, but if it's going to make it easier for you guys, for me to get along and shut my fucking mouth and not, get pissed off every time he fucking looks at me sideways, then I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? Why would I not? I'm going to try to get along.
The other girl
That's
that
the
he
best thing.
doesn't want to make your panel about her. You are welcome here, and you're also not going to be forced. So it's whatever is best for you, baby girl, because we know the truth regardless. So
Yeah, whoever's coming up's welcome up. I don't even know who you're talking
there's
to.
not
But
going to be a lot of chances to have your voice heard from the lies. So just know that if you choose not to, you may not have this chance again. Because most of us aren't going to put ourselves through this multiple times.
Yeah,
So
I
if
was
it
gonna say I'm not gonna go back over it again. I won't waste my time on it again.
continues, I'll still like have your back or whatever, but I'm not doing this again. This is too much for my health.
Yeah.
Denying that. I'm not denying that.
I'm
The
about
people
to
that she
hop
fucking
down.
associates herself with
Bye, y'all.
are fucking.
Bye,
bro.
Rowena. Thank you for coming up, love. I appreciate you.
Okay, honey. Bye.
I agree. I agree. And they go around and they think they have a platform.
They're flip-floppy, wishy-washy pieces.
Yes.
Of
Yes,
Absolutely.
they turned against heels. What the fuck kind of goddamn community is that?
Well,
You
I
think,
turned-
no,
hey,
listen,
stop,
I know what you thought about heels.
Talking about we turned against heels. You're talking to the motherfucker that turned against her and called her a fucking cunt and a whore and every goddamn thing else and told her to go fuck her
Right.
mom. Are you fucking serious? No, you're talking to the motherfucker right there who cussed her out and talked to her dirty as fuck. I still have yet to speak on it because I have a fucking lawsuit with her name on it.
Well, he gets really
How
upset
many
here.
fucking times I have to say that to these people?
Yeah, he gets really upset.
I've been told not to speak on it. I'm not gonna fucking speak on it. I have nothing to say about it right now. And when I do, you guys will definitely fucking know how I feel. I will make it very well known.
Yeah, he's upset. He gets really upset here because after he went on this whole anti-queen thing, Dom Defer, who they've kind of been like mocking on panel the whole time, is kind of like crazy. She comes up and says, Glare, you've now opened my eyes. You are so great. I agree with you 100%. And he starts, the chat is just like ripping him, like, oh, okay, that's a great sign. She's endorsing you. And he starts to kind of freak out that like he doesn't want her to agree with them. So that's what's happening right here.
We're part of that community. You were on that panel, but he was. They should have embraced her. You know, I'm going to be honest, on a political platform, if I were to see that and somebody's coming after my ally that's within my political platform, you know what I would have said? Okay, kids, we all need to encumber. We need to recognize what's going on here, what the assaults are, and we need to protect her. You know, Claire, you may not have supported heels, but I'm going to tell you one thing. When it comes to recognizing a support and communal community, you embrace the people, whether they did wrong or not, whether you think they did wrong or not. These people fucking turned on her on a dime. It was bad. When I saw that, I thought anybody going on Queen Bee's channel, you're going to be fucking mincemeat. You don't have a chance to defend yourself.
Oh my God.
Nobody will support you. And that's the problem with that community.
I can't do this. I'm quitting fucking YouTube. I
No, you don't quit
I
YouTube.
fucking hate this shit.
No.
I hate.
You know what you need to do is go out there and tell the truth, Clara. Tell the truth. None of this is real. None of this means anything. It shouldn't affect people's lives. What we believe in people
You're
is
in the
not
Matrix.
real. Clara, you came out for the first time. What I've heard is a creator.
Man, you're really lonely, aren't you?
Come on, man. Like, I mean, I'm out, man. I can't.
No,
I hate
you
fucking
keep
YouTube.
going.
I'm
I
gonna
may
go
not like you.
Dane, calm down. What's going on?
flipping
Relax.
burgers, dude.
Relax.
I will go get a job flipping burgers. Like,
No,
right
Blair,
now.
dude.
No.
I hate
This is
this
silly. You see how stupid
Terrible.
YouTube is? You can't.
Terrible.
I'm trying to show you guys the ridiculousness of this. And by the way,
I'm so done with it. Like,
no, you're not. Dame, shh, calm down. We'll get to you in a second, okay? Can I speak?
I hate this shit.
All right, so look, what we have in store here in the future, something to look forward to. We have the Wendy show coming up somewhere in the future. We have the comedy roast coming up. All right, these are entertainment shows that are going to change the landscape of what we're trying to do here. Claire.
So that was when he said that he was quitting and he left the panel, but he lied and he came back. He wasn't really quitting YouTube, and I don't think that was fair. I think he should have stuck with his.
I think he does that to try to force the conversation in his favor or to go the direction he wants it to. I feel like it's a manipulation tactic. And for people who are saying they're tired of hearing about for the greater good, independent thinker, I'm speaking to you, and that people should just be real and honest. I am being real and honest. Queen and her friendship and a couple of the other ladies here and their friendship will always be more important to me than having my way against a fool like the Glarer. And if that seems dishonest to you, I'm sorry, but I will always put the value of people that I love and respect over somebody who is just a drunken fool starting business everywhere and bringing up stuff from 2 years ago. It doesn't make me dishonest. It makes me a good friend. And I'm sorry you feel that way, but I do take offense to what you said.
Well said, that girl. Now, Queen, you said that you specifically kept neutral, as painful as it was, out of fairness and respect for your subs.
I don't like the glare. I've never liked the glare. I can't fucking stand the glare, but I did try to keep it neutral. Again, like I said, because of, we were, first of all against the tragedy pimps and the bullshit that was going on. And for our subscribers, we shared a lot of subscribers. So for my subs and the subs that went over there, I figured it would be better for me to let bygones be bygones. And because it was an old case that we had issues with, and over Critical K, who is now gone, maybe I needed to, give it another chance and you know what I'm saying? Stop with being so shitty to him all the time.
But
So
now,
Yes, exactly.
now that I was
An
nice to him
independent
one
thinker
fucking
said
time,
that wasn't
everybody thinks that I was best fucking friends with him, and they can't understand why I just all of a sudden turned on him.
Exactly.
Oh my god! Get the fuck out of here.
Well, and Indy is saying that she wasn't talking about me. She's talking to other creators. Independent thinker, I am a creator. I do have a channel. I do make content. And I do still mean that. And I do find, whether everybody agrees or not, I think all you guys in chat are the reason we're fucking here. Y'all are the reason I come. Not, I could talk to Queen any day. I can call Queen tomorrow, talk to her, never have to come to YouTube again. Y'all do matter to me. And I know y'all matter to Queen. What is a channel without its subscribers? And why wouldn't we do things to try to make y'all more comfortable? That's a really selfish point of view.
I figured it would be the right thing for me to do, to look past it, because it was my beef with him from before.
Yeah.
And
When you said, if I can, you can. I heard you say.
I was like, okay, well, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to look past shit and just move on. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his own thing. I'm doing my own thing. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
It's called being adult, man. We were trying to be adult, grown-up women and do what's best for the people around us, not just ourselves.
Yeah.
However, I would like to point out, and that's why I want to get Queen's feelings on it, because what's the point of her doing all this emotional labor of like staying neutral and running this channel out of respect for, like, you know, the literally thousands of people who are shared subs, and then he decides to literally just screw all that up and just go ahead and say, you know, I don't like her, F these people, I don't want you around, and throwing all this into chaos out of this, maintain neutrality.
Yeah, basically,
I've always said it. I think. Oh, sorry, Nikki. I think I've always said it. He's his own worst enemy, man. This is who he is. This is what he does. It's a sad pattern to watch. I don't like the fool, but I don't like watching people destroy themselves. I think it's sad.
Do I think he woke up this morning and regretted it? Yes, but there is no past. I'm tired of these pasts. Oh, he was drunk. He was drunk. No, sorry.
Yeah, he might regret it as like is glad it's off the internet, but I think that's how I think he's been hinted at for a while now, like kind of bringing up, oh, Queen and I have history. Like, I think he's wanted to say this for a long time. And I think that if I was Queen, I would be not only I'm really annoyed that he's making up crazy stuff, like crazy things that never happened about the beginning of her channel, but also like just totally took all that work she did to not cause all these problems and just literally just like throw it out there because he was having a temper tantrum. And just
he did it. It started on Deet's panel the other day because he had another mod that he treated like shit and lied on, and he brought her up and me up just without using names, minced the stories all together, and made a bunch of lies on Deet's panel just the other day. He has been going at it and hinting at it. He just hasn't been using names. It was just last night was the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm not a perfect person. I have fucking feelings too. And I'm sick of being stalked about the internet by this guy. He tries to go to every channel that I like and make me feel uncomfortable. And because he's been able to slyly do it, now he's trying to do it more overtly. And I'm not going to be bullied again. Fuck that. Fuck the greater good. My health, my everything matters too. And I'm not going to let him treat me that way. It's not fair.
Yep, I totally agree. I'm here if you guys can hear me. Hey, Boston.
Hi, Jacob. I'm glad you decided to come up, baby. Because you're important too.
Thank you, that girl. I appreciate it. It has been a shit show for me for the past 2 weeks. Because I really didn't see anything.
Hold on, baby,
coming.
before you really go, let me tell everybody, you guys, this is the mod that I was just referring to that he did wrong and lied about on Deet's panel. Her name is Jacob, and she's a very good person. So please hear her out.
Thanks, that girl. I appreciate it. So about 2 weeks ago, I was asked by Cherry to give ownership back over to her from his Discord. Which I, of course, was like, absolutely, just walk me through it. There's questions behind why I would be in ownership of his Discord, and that would be like between him and Cherry. But I gave it back, and I jokingly said to her, like, I'm not being blocked, am I? And she's like, oh, no, not of course not. And then he went live about 10 minutes later, and I went into this chat. And then I was like, oh, let me go back to Discord, grab some links. I went back to Discord and I was kicked from his Discord server. And then I went back commented and said, like, what the heck? And then obviously I messaged Sherry too, because that's his top mod, and that was the person I communicated with. And she was my friend. Um, so she says, I have no idea what's going on, nothing. And then realized I was also blocked from his channel. No explanation, nothing. I think it was like the next live after that, he said that he had to get rid of a mod because they were too comfortable. And I didn't listen to all of it, so I'm not quite sure, but they were too comfortable and they did something to an ally. And then he went on to Deet's panel, as that girl already said, which I actually missed that panel too. But I had heard some of it. And so I went on Deet's panel. I explained some of the situation. And then after that, I've just really like let it go. I've had conversations with Cherry. Apparently, I jokingly called Burnt Toast a twat in Morbid's chat. I had said like Morbid and the Glare were twats and Heels and Burnt too. And like with laughy emojis.
Yeah, you were
'Cause-
making light of a situation, man. It wasn't
yeah.
serious at all.
Yeah, I was just joking around, and that's kind of like how I've always been with the Glare. Like I've always like joked with him in his chats. If I thought he was wrong, I would like speak up and tell him he was wrong. It's just I would jokingly say like I hate you and da 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 stuff like that. It was just all in good fun joking. And after this, obviously, I did feel a little uncomfortable making some of those jokes because I had had a conversation with Cherry, like, I don't know if I can be myself. And
well, yeah, because it makes you look bad with the context he's trying to add to it.
Yeah, exactly. And she was like, no, you should be yourself, da da da. And so last night, like, I did say some things and jokingly at first. And then I don't know who has seen the clip that he went off like on me and called me a cunt and stuff. But I don't know really what I could have said that was that bad in his chat because it's supposed to be a funny chat. And then, he acted ridiculous the way he did, blocking people. He wants Morbid to take the wrench away from me. But I was friends with Cherry, and that's the reason I became a mod for him. And I thought like, being friends with Cherry and modding for him was like supporting them and supporting their relationship. Because there is a relationship that I've known about for a very long time, and I've kept my mouth shut on it. So I really don't know what happened. She still says she has no idea what happened. The only other thing that really she has said is that he was like punishing her by like maybe getting rid of me. But
I feel like you're being manipulated on all fronts there. As your friend, I'm going to say this. I feel like you're being manipulated on all fronts there. And you just got thrown in the middle of God knows what twisted shit. And it's not fair to you. And you didn't do anything to warrant what he's doing to you. And that's why when I found out he was calling you a see you next Tuesday and attacking you in Morbid's chat, I showed up not to start shit, as you saw. I just said, hey, and was showing some love because I wanted you to know you weren't alone. Because when he did that to me, nobody, hardly anybody would be like, stop it. Some of my close friends that still do, but like people who I thought cared about me and should have told him to stop because they knew different, never did. They just let it happen.
Quiet.
And I didn't want to see that happen to you. And I'm sorry if I escalated things last night, but I'm really sick of his abuse. And I'm sick of it. And I don't want to watch him do that to you too, because you don't fucking deserve it.
Yeah, I definitely don't deserve it from him or Cherry. Not at all. I forgot one thing. We were in like Dietz's last I think it was her last like live about mods, or it could have been about the money situation. And I said something, and then he added me and said that like I took advantage of the power he gave me, which I took as like I took advantage of like him giving me a wrench, and I did something. And I just want to make it clear that I never blocked anyone from his channel. I never hid comments that weren't what he said to hide. I never timed anyone out. I think I timed someone out for like spam, maybe twice
That's his
out of like,
MO, Angel,
so
just
I
so you know.
didn't do anything.
You know, that's his MO. He tried to tell people that I was trying to control him and acted like he got rid of me when I'm the one who left. There's like proof for all of it and who was trying to control who. And it was definitely him trying to control me, not the other way around.
Yeah.
I just cannot stress that to you enough. I think he does that because that's an instant, people will instantly take his side. Oh, well, that's not what she should be doing. But
Exactly.
it's just, it's so ridiculous for him to even try to imply. You didn't even have enough power to take advantage of anything.
Yeah, not at all. And
I'm
then
not even being ugly, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly. And we didn't have any private conversations. Like we never voice spoke or anything like that. I never called in. So yeah, there wasn't anything.
You don't have to. I saw what happened last night, and to be clear, I mean, there's even like Pecan Pie at one point said maybe I triggered him with this comment by saying, "Why is that girl deleted?" Or that somebody pointed out, "Oh, don't take her wrench away. Like that's not cool." But to be clear, why should we as women all be apologizing for triggering this man with a comment in a chat or just existing in the chat to have him go on a 2-hour like drunken rage rant, right? That just shows how crazy this world is that we're even thinking about.
I think it needs to be added that he has been abusing his wrench in Deets chats and other places chats to block
He
Jacob.
timed me out in Deets.
He's doing it to
timed
me
out.
too. I don't
Yeah.
care. But it needs to be pointed out that he's literally abusing his power in other creators' chats to take out some kind of weird ass, shouldn't even exist vendetta against this woman. And I don't feel like Deets would be okay with that if they realized it. And that's why I'm bringing it up. I hope that's okay, Jacob.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
It's just weird he's saying people are abusing their wrenches when he's the only one who has ever done
it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. And then he just is a hypocrite. I mean, he says mean and nasty things, but even if you say something jokingly, it triggers, and then you're like the worst human and a cunt. And I mean, he's never going to hurt me by calling me a cunt, but I mean, it might hurt someone. And I do think that if I wasn't a stronger person, it could have really hurt me to be like kicked out the way I was, because I had been in that like community and that Discord and those Discords for like 2 years now. I had friends there. I basically built the fucking Discord because me and the people that ended up, we talked all the time. He wasn't even in there forever.
He uses that community weapon against people like you and me, and it's really sad and hurtful. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just not right. I just don't think that you should do that to someone for absolutely no reason, especially when I was like extremely supportive of the relationship that he has with her. And to be put into like a triangulation with them is just awkward. Another thing he said, like he just wanted to cut ties with me, but like that was another thing that we never had ties. There was never any ties between us. I was a wrench. I told Cherry 1,000 times, if he doesn't want me to mod, it is 100% okay. That is fine. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Take it. It's good.
You didn't ask for that wrench either, because we were friends before you got it. You didn't ask for the wrench that I'm aware of.
No, I mean, I offered to help Cherry because.
You can vouch for me real quick. Can I make this about me for 5 seconds?
Yep.
Did I ever tell you that I wouldn't be your friend or manipulate you or even try to talk shit about him to you in private?
Never.
Did I ever try
Never.
to sway your opinion or make you feel uncomfortable if you chose to be with him?
Never.
I've never done that to anybody.
And with Cherry also. I mean, yeah, you've never done it with Cherry because, I mean, what he
No.
says, they're one in their channel. And I think that's what is hard for a lot of people to believe, that she didn't have any knowledge or input of him blocking me from the channel.
I would personally go as far, and this is my opinion, and I won't give details out of respect, but I would personally go as far as to say she is a vast majority of the reason that you were blocked from that channel.
Yeah, and that's what the majority of the people, I feel like, really say. And I don't want to say too much about the private relationship stuff I have or I know, but that was my thought, or that was what I thought I was doing, was to help her because she was having a hard time being in the chats and not getting frustrated. And so I thought I was supposed to be there to help her so that she didn't feel like she had to be there, especially for the lives that were upsetting to her. So that was like my whole reason to be there, was to like help support them in their relationship and to help make their relationship better.
I think that you tried, and unfortunately, what I thought would happen happened, and it bit you in the ass. And just
Yeah.
take it as a learning experience. And if he continues to attack you and follow you about and abuse his image, I really encourage you to email the creators privately, because you don't deserve that, and you are respectful in everybody's chat, no matter who
Yeah.
it is. And don't let what either one of them, I know it hurts, so this is probably stupid to say, but let what they're doing hurt you, because you don't deserve it. You didn't do anything to deserve it, and it says more about them than it does you, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I'm trying to take it. I mean, he doesn't bother me at all. Like, he can go fuck himself. He's a hypocrite, keyboard little warrior, crybaby with his tantrums, and I'm not there for it. So
Well, I think
we
you're a
could
great
have.
gal.
Oh, thanks. I think you're
You know,
awesome too. And I appreciate that you didn't really try to warn me into that, because you do have to learn to a degree on your own, or you don't really catch that lesson.
the only thing I warned you of was don't get involved privately. That's and
Yeah,
you
privately with
unfortunately are
him.
being why. That's the only,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I warn anybody about, because I feel like as long as you don't have a friendship with him, he can't hurt you like he did me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see somebody that I've totally dug and got along with from day fucking one, we have vibed, get hurt,
Yeah.
no matter who it's
Yeah.
by, and unfortunately, I felt like I was maybe being paranoid when I said that. But look, I wasn't, huh?
No. Well, honestly, like, that's why I dealt with Cherry. And that's why, like, everything was between me and, but she was the go-to of the mods. She's the top mod, whatever she gave us or told us. If there was I mean, she never gave us any, like, constructive criticism. So if, like, we were doing something wrong, we didn't know. Um, so I mean, it just would have been better to, like, say something privately instead of bringing it all out for no reason, and to just create drama, which he obviously likes a lot of drama. I know he says he doesn't, but I mean, the only time he gets a lot of views is when he does drama shit.
Well, and
It
people need to
just
know
is
you're
what
not
it
some
is.
wilting flower that's like afraid of the C word, because she's really
Yeah, no.
not. Yeah, she's got a great sense of humor. She can be a little bit
Yeah.
raunchy, just like we
Yeah,
can.
I like
She's,
the dirty jokes, and I love
yeah,
messing with
more than I
him.
do
And
even. Yeah,
yeah, I would
yeah,
like do like flip flops at him. Like, I want to hit him with the flip flop and like tell him I hated him and like just tease him and joke. And
just being yourself, and there's nothing
yeah,
wrong with who.
And I did tease him at first a little. It was just teasing, but then like after the client, I was just like, you know what, fuck you. Like you are putting it out there. You're the one crying here about your girlfriend, and she's gonna whatever. And then like the way he talked about Cherry and that whole
So
situation,
disgusting. That was
it
so
made me
disgusting.
want to vomit because like I
She's a
considered her my
backstabber.
friend.
She stabbed me in the back, so I don't care for her, you know that. But I still
Yeah,
think it was absolutely inappropriate. I do not condone anybody going at her, talking shit about her, trying to make her feel
yeah.
bad for herself or about herself. I do not condone the verbal abuse of her or him spreading what could or could not possibly be her sexual preferences across the internet. That's the most
Yeah.
disrespectful thing.
Oh
And
yeah,
when you
it's
love
so
a woman,
gross.
you do not do that. A man
You
who
don't.
loves a woman does not disrespect her and drag her on a public platform like that to prove some point to somebody like Nunya that they don't even know.
Yeah,
That was really
exactly.
gross and disrespectful, Will. And you didn't deserve
Well,
that,
yeah, you
Cherry.
know, another thing too that I was thinking about is Nunya doesn't know hardly shit. To be honest with you, she's only been around us a couple months, like what, 6 months at the most.
Yeah, I
He's
don't. I
been
do.
around 2 years. I've been around 3 years. Chasing's been around. I mean, there's people who have been around years that still don't even know the whole story.
Situation.
So it's hard for newer subs and new people who are around to understand. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And at this point, I've said everything we need to say. We've pretty much. I mean, it is what it is. People will learn for themselves, and when they get shit on, they say, "I should have listened." Been there, done that.
Yeah.
It
I
is
do.
what it is. People got to learn for themselves. I had to learn for myself. There's people
Yeah.
that I'm friends with that I had to learn for myself. I had to actually be shit on by them several times, not even
That's
once, 3, 4, 5 times
perplexed.
Yeah.
before I was
Perplexed.
like, you know what? Okay, I've learned my fucking lesson. You're not my friend. Like I think you're my fucking friend, and it is what it is. Not only
Deuces.
that though, is I keep an open panel. Just because people come up on my panel does not mean I agree with them or I like them or I think the same that they do.
And I
I
appreciate you letting me come up, Queen. And I kind of really like hate that I had like came up on panel for the first time
Oh, that's all
talking
right,
about
baby. I'm just glad you
his
had a
stupid
chance to be
stuff.
able to talk about it. You know what I mean? Or a place to
Yeah.
express yourself because it's tough,
So
anyways. You know, it's tough when that happens, and it's even worse when you don't have a place to go talk. You know what I'm saying? When you don't have a platform.
yeah,
yeah.
Of
exactly.
course. Yeah.
Guys, Jacob is not a creator. She's just a
No.
sub who got thrown a wrench that she didn't even ask for and is now getting dragged publicly for literally doing nothing.
Or making a joking comment. Like I was there. I watched it. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, very ridiculous. I even reached out to Burt Toast and like asked her if she was upset and apologized and said that it was just being like so that it was just a joke. It was just being fun. It was all morbid chat. It's supposed to be funny. Like I called
You were
freaking
being
morbid.
facetious. You know what I mean? Like I don't know
Yeah,
how I didn't know that.
yeah. And I mean, if some people see me in chat, sometimes I'm a little pervy. Like I kind of go after Papa Jones because I think
Yeah,
he's
you're
like,
a total perv.
Yeah, but we
yeah,
all talk
like
shit. I mean, there's a
I
difference in
know.
talking shit and you know what I'm saying, saying perverted comments and stuff like that. We all do it. We do it over here too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not the
Yeah.
like that's not
Yeah,
the issue though. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
you know, the issue is, you know, taking shit way too far.
too far. It's taking it way too far.
Yeah.
And even though I'm not really sure, like I have my idea that something probably happened with Cherry, but I still don't think that that's okay the way he talks about her and that things that he does and what he did on that live, and not letting her have a voice to express herself either.
I agree. I agree.
Well, yeah, and I
And
think
I'm
that's another issue too is you know, Blair is you know, pretty close with you know, Burnt Toast and a couple other, you know, like Chasing and Deets, and a lot of the girls see that he's friends with these other girls, you know, these other creators who we all like, we all get along, you know, we all have a good time, you know what I'm saying? We all try to and I think it makes people a little bit nervous too because they think if you know, they don't get along with him that people are going to be mad, and that's not the case. And I'll tell you right now, Burnt Toast, Chasing, all those girls, they are very, very Deeds, all of them. They're very open, and even if you don't, even if you don't agree with them, they still let you in their chats. Like they still chat with you. You know, come in your chats. They come over here, even though they don't agree with me on everything. You know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's not
He
okay
is
for
real
him to
stupid.
block her from their chats for doing
Right.
Yeah.
nothing. To be able to lie and then block people like me and her from having a voice when we haven't said anything about him. And I
That's the thing too, is I
appreciate
know
it.
that you were getting blocked. I watched it. I had screenshots of it going, like, of you girls give him blocking you guys, and I don't think him being a mod on Burnt Toast or being a mod for anybody else, I don't think they're gonna let that shit go down.
I hope not, because it's really
You
not
know what I mean?
fair. I'm always respectful and I will continue to be respectful. And I don't appreciate him abusing his wrenches in those ladies' chats to come at Jacob. Fuck me. But she's not a creator. She doesn't have a voice to stand up for herself. And it's not fair for her to be literally, I find it to be abusive. I know not everybody agrees with the use of that word, but it is abuse of power for him to do that to her. There's an imbalance of power already. And he's flexing that every time he does it. And it makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, he does that
Well,
a
yeah,
lot
I mean,
too.
I'm just saying, like, if he, if it happens in other, like, I mean, it ain't gonna happen here, but I'm just saying, if she's in other chats, like, I know, like he's a mod for Burnt Toast, he's a mod for
Deets.
Deets, he's a, like, he's a mod in the community and stuff as well, and that's another reason why I felt like I should, let bygones be bygones and try to, just put the past in
You
the
respect.
past.
Yeah.
Be respectful to them, because I want to respect the girls, I want to respect their chats, their subscribers, they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
I
being a
like
French
that.
girls too, I want to respect that. But if there's something going on, I would say, or if that happens, I would, make sure you get a screenshot and then email it to the girls and let them know what's going on.
Well, if you can,
You know what I'm saying? They'll take care of it. I don't think either
she's
one
not a
will.
mod too, though. She's not a mod too, though. She can't really screenshot her. Well, I guess whenever you try to comment and it says you can't, you can screenshot that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, or get a hold of them or whatever. Like, if you're feeling like
Yeah.
you're being, in these chats or whatnot. Like I said, the girls are really nice. They're really, they
Yeah.
don't get in the middle of this kind of shit like that either. So if it
Mhm.
does happen, email them. Oh, here's Burnt Toast right here. She said, I don't allow any mods to block for these reasons: racism, being a bigot, spamming, doxing. Other than that, I allow it. So like, she won't.
Yeah.
She's,
And
you know what I'm
Deets is-
saying? So yeah, if something like that happens, just let the girls know, or if any other chats or whatever, they'll take care of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep,
And
definitely.
same. Deets is very fair about her chat, and I feel like she tries to keep an open panel in chat, and it's not like
And
go
she's
tattle.
she's finding out how hard it is, though. I'm serious. Like, open panels and open chats are harder than you think.
It's hard.
Yeah, they're getting a little taste
I
of
did
what the
email
hive.
her too.
It's just I think it's important, and I wish I had done it for myself sooner, Jacob. I think it's important to stand up for yourself and not allow him to bully you, because it'll just get worse and it'll get out of control, and he'll have people believing more lies than you can ever undo, because lies travel far faster than the truth. And so I just encourage you, just like I did today, to stand up for yourself, because you didn't do anything wrong. Good person, and I find you to be an asset to my life in the community, and so just don't let him dull your shine. It will pass. He can't bully you forever, so just keep it
You're
chin.
awesome, happy. You know that.
Yeah. Yep. You guys have been awesome. And like, there's been so many people that have been really, really awesome. But having, the few of you that are close to me has been like a game changer, because it would have hurt a lot more if I wouldn't have had the support from you guys to be kicked out of a community. I mean, I've always felt comfortable in Queens. So, I mean, whatever, he could block me, whatever, I'm just going to come here.
Yeah.
But when he, like, doing the stuff in Deeds really bothered me, and just making lies. Like,
Well,
you're
yeah, I was
just
gonna say,
lying.
and it really sucks, because you're not a creator. You don't have your own platform. You can just fire up a live when you want to and express yourself. You know what I mean? Which is another reason why I
Yeah.
keep an open panel, or try to. So like, things like this can be, be talked about, resolved, so you can have a panel, you know what I mean, to where you can talk about stuff, because it's really hard to get on, to stop lies once they start spreading and you don't have a
Yeah.
platform.
Yes,
Exactly.
and thank you
Do
for
so much
sharing.
in a comment section. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can only express yourself so much in a comment section.
Yep.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you allowing her to use your panel to speak, Queen, because I know you don't have to, and I know it kind of
Yeah.
pulls you sometimes in a bad position, but I will vouch for this bitch all day long. She's really cool, and I appreciate you letting her have a place to speak.
Me too, definitely. Definitely
Hey, Kate.
appreciate it.
Hey,
Love you, girl. What you doing?
I was
Oh,
just
hey,
coming up
Kate.
to join in. I was gonna say, look, like when new people started coming through and joining YouTube later, I had a lot of people message me like, "Oh yeah, I like watching Will and stuff," and I had not watched him for like months, and I'm like, "What?" Like, I think if you don't understand like the history of everything that went down, like you just don't get it. Because I was like, when I started watching him later, I'm like, oh wow, like maybe something did change because before, like in my mind, I couldn't see what they saw. You know what I mean? Because of
exactly.
Because of what
Because she
you
had
had.
been
how
through so much
bad
with.
it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, this was like, put it this way, last night back then was like every night, and or more often than not.
Yes. Yes.
And then I get, girls attack guys and guys attack girls on YouTube, so it's whatever. But I've seen him attack more people that care about him immensely than people he didn't like. Like, I've seen
Dude,
him.
oh right.
I've
Damn,
seen
you're right.
him literally curse out and just completely embarrass and degrade his mods and people who actually like that girl, and like what happened last night. More people that actually gave a shit about him and what happened to him. He was horribly mean to than
Yep.
like Kay or whatever.
You know
And,
what? I've thought about
Go
that
ahead.
before, and because you know how you always hurt the ones you love the most because you know they'll forgive you. I think that's why he treated me like he did some. I just got sick of it and left.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
and I was
actually
like, well, I mean, if I'll give him another chance. I'm always open to giving
someone's
people
change.
another chance if
Yeah,
they
second chance.
change.
People
But
deserve it. Yeah.
yeah, but after last night, and it's not so
Yeah.
much like if he was like, you can't, like laughing and stuff, it'd be one thing. But I just feel like he has this like hatred in his voice when he gets mad that it's like
Yeah.
a little bit scary. Like it's like
Yeah, it
he
is
sounds like
because
he means
there's
it.
no yeah, exactly. And that's what's even like scary for me too is that fact that like I don't
Yeah, he
understand
creeped me
where
out.
that hatred comes from because
That
we've
creeps.
only had chat conversations for 2 years. I actually was around during like the SL stuff and ML. I just watched like Annie and then seen him on Annie stuff. So I didn't watch the other stuff. And then I seen some of the Truthy video and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And then I didn't come back for like a year. And so then I missed all that stuff that happened. And when I came back, I started chatting. And when I started chatting in his channel, I came back a lot of the times for Cherry because we had became friends and we do joke a little like the way we do together. But in the last few months, it's like the dynamic has really changed.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just kind of history repeating itself. I don't feel like it's really changed so much as it's just kind of coming full circle. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like
Yeah,
it's
it's his
just coming
cycle.
full circle. You can only. It's kind of like all the stuff that just went down with the woman who had been on panel with us for the last year, who said she felt like she had just had to fake who she was, and she was sick of having to be somebody she's not, and then she just kind of exploded and lost it, seemingly out of nowhere. But it's not out of nowhere. When people have to constantly suppress who they are, eventually they bug out, regardless of what it's about. Like if somebody's secretly using drugs, this is a totally random example, but if somebody's secretly using drugs, there's only going to be so long before they say fuck it and they don't care if you see them high.
Exactly.
It's just kind of, it's a progressive thing, I think, It
And let me
they
tell
just
you, that girl was an angel to him. Like
That's what I've heard from everyone.
we were like we couldn't believe that she put up with his crap. No offense, that girl, but like
it's
she
okay,
was
Kate.
such a good friend to him.
I
It
still
was
care
like,
about him. I still a friend to him. I don't expose him or do anything to him. I never will.
She
I think
would
he could be
do
a
the
decent person if
damage
he wanted.
control it was almost every night. He would get so shit
all day,
face. He
every
would
day,
fall
damage
asleep on a
control.
live or pass out
Oh gosh.
or
Yep.
berate someone, and she would have to pick up all the pieces, and she defended him.
I think
Like,
he took advantage. He reminded me so much of my dead brother. Still does to this day. Like even more so all the time. And I think that people like him unknowingly, and I am going to say this broadly, I think they unknowingly take advantage of those kind of connections with people on purpose. Like that's just naturally, not even so much unknowingly as it's just part of their nature. And I allowed him to do that for so long. I think that's why he melted down so bad once I finally stood up for myself.
she tried
Because
very hard to help him.
yeah, I really did. And I still have love for the man. I still don't hate him. I don't want to see him dead. I don't want to see him hurt. I don't like seeing him destroy himself, but he can really fuck off. I didn't do anything to deserve this. Neither did Jacob, and neither did most of the people he did this to. There's a laundry list of mods before me, after me, and will be to come. And
Oh yeah, I've seen him berate tons of people in other lives in front of everybody, saying the most horrible
it's really
things.
sad.
And
It's
it's all
really
people
sad.
that cared about him.
That's the
It's
sad part right
unfortunate.
there. That's the sad part right there.
It's really unfortunate, and I will never.
Yeah.
That's
It
what I
really is.
mean by never do what he's. I think that he's so upset and he wants to hate me. He knows good and damn well I was a good friend to him. Even after he shit on me and I chose to leave, I've still been a good friend to him. I've never doxed our secrets or any of his paperwork that he sent me to edit. And I mean, that's how much he trusted me, you guys. I never did anything to break that trust. And I think that's why he regrets it. And he acts like he does. He wants me to act out and do something so he can hate me. And then he's justified in all these feelings. And it's just not going to happen. It's not who I am.
Yeah. Yep.
So just give up, Will. It's not going to happen. Just let it lie. You did what you did. You get what you get. You can't throw a fit. When we make shit pies, we have to eat shit pies, even if we don't like the taste.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier for me to like look past it if it was people that, did lives about him and talk shit on him, and it was kind of like a back and forth YouTube squabble, like him and Kay or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've
Yes.
just seen him absolutely berate innocent women who didn't deserve a thing, who cared for him, and that's what bothers me so much. Is like, it's different. It's different.
It's sad is what it is. You guys will probably think I'm fucking stupid, but underneath all that abusive bullshit, that horrible hard past, and the addiction and abuse is a decent fucking person. But it's not who he is. Is the capability there? Yes, I've seen it. But that's not who he is. And we have to accept people for who they
For
show
who they
us
are.
that they are, not who we
Yep.
think they can be. And it's so hard to change yourself. You're damn sure not going to change anybody else. And I had to realize that he isn't my dead brother and I can't save him. And when he would go up on panel talking about wanting to die and all those things, I feel like he was directly doing it to manipulate me more than once. And it's just really sad and unfortunate because nobody's all good or all bad.
Yeah.
Bad people do good things, good people do bad things, but unfortunately the bad outweighs the good with him. And at his age it probably always will. And it's sad because there is potential there, but he will never reach that potential because he has to care and want that, and he doesn't.
Well, I think that he's a masochist. I mean, just to be honest, I think he does this to himself and he continually does things to destroy himself.
Yes.
And I just can't. That's my opinion.
Well, you heard me last night. I asked him, what are you, some kind of masochist? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is weird. It was really creepy. And how he was coming at me relentlessly, like, that was creepy. It was weird.
Yeah, it was, I mean, just him saying that, like, I was really comfortable, and then, like, saying we had ties, and then also, like, Cherry messaging me, like, what does he mean by you guys are familiar? Was very, like, super uncomfortable. I've been married for 23 years, never
Right.
cheated on my husband. My husband works long hours. My kids are getting bigger, older, so now I have more time, and I just started chatting to, like, you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I
Have fun.
honestly don't have that much. Yeah, just to like talk to
Well, and
people. I
me and
live in a
Nikki,
city
as
that I
your
don't know
friends,
people.
we know how
Yeah.
much you love your husband. You're very
Yeah.
attracted to your husband. Like you
Yeah.
love your husband. It's obvious. Like it's just so
Yeah.
gross for anybody to imply otherwise. And I felt the same way. I was like, that was more offensive than probably anything else. Was the disrespect to my relationship and my marriage from that man.
Yeah, that's what
Gross.
I felt was
Yeah.
disrespectful from both of them too.
We have
Yeah.
Sweet
Yes.
Crazy up here.
Sweet Crazy, what up, biatch?
Can you
By
hear
the
us
way,
okay?
Queen is not a doxer. Him saying that is just wrong. She didn't dox anybody.
Yeah, you were a mod back there with me and Kay. You were a mod
Yeah.
with Critical K too. Yeah, so you already know. We didn't fucking. When did we ever go on a doxing mission for Kay?
Never.
Never. Like she would.
Never.
If she wanted to
I'll
dox
tell you
somebody,
about
she'd do the shit her fucking self. She would do the shit herself. She didn't ask anybody to
Kay
do shit
did
for
dox
her.
me, and I helped her. It wasn't y'all. The people
Right.
that Kay
That's what
doxed,
I'm
I'm
saying.
full
Kay
aware
does
of who
it
helped
herself.
dox me. It was not y'all.
Right.
Well, no, somebody helped me, but it wasn't y'all.
Yeah, so for him to say that was fucking bullshit. And like I said, pull the fucking receipts. I'm calling your goddamn bluff. You say you got receipts, pull them motherfuckers then.
You guys.
What's up?
Yes.
Just gotta realize he's just a dick.
Yep.
And
That's good.
and now that he's with Warbit, okay,
I think that's why he's doing the shit he's doing now.
Yes.
Because he's trying to fucking show out for Morbid. I swear it is.
exactly. Now listen. Now Morbid, I've seen a little bit of a change. He's got a
He
little
seems like
bit
he's
more
more
of a
laid back.
bigger heart, okay? Because I was with him years ago, and so you know you can see it him trying to like kind of talk Will down and like just be like, and he did it
I
with
noticed
Hills.
that.
He did it with Hills. He said, I don't think he did not agree with her or
Right.
with him. He did not. And so I've been a little surprised at you there, Morbid. But
Yeah,
what I think is
shocked too.
happening with Will is he really likes a male camaraderie. He's got to have that testosterone back and forth with him and a man. Okay. And so, ladies, he don't give a flying fuck about any of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And literally, he don't, in the end, he's not going to give a shit about Cherry either.
Yeah.
Okay.
He already
This
doesn't.
is the
What he
type of
said when he
man
came
that he
on
is.
last night.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So stop trying to be, oh, he's still my friend. No, he's not. He's not. I've watched this man for 5 years, just like you have. I've seen him. I've seen what he did to one of my best friends. Okay. I'm not going to bring her up, but no matter. You know who she is.
Yep.
That girl.
Yes, I do. I love her.
And so just stop.
And I will
doesn't matter.
praise
It doesn't matter
day
to
one.
him. It does not
Doesn't matter at
matter.
all.
And he's not going to fucking change.
And he doesn't feel bad about it.
And he, because, and now he's not going to feel less bad about it because Morbid takes this shit not serious. Okay. So he is in control. Will, no control.
Will takes it way
And then
too
you
serious.
add alcohol to it, and there we go.
Yeah. Well, Will can't take half of what he dishes out.
That's for
And
sure.
Oh
whatever.
God, no.
And also what he said to like Nunya last night, like she couldn't handle whatever. I don't think he could handle half of us around here.
Honey, we all
like
know
not even
he
close to.
can't. He's
I mean, we all seen
a
that finger
child
and no
man.
flop.
Echo,
man child.
Sweet Crazy has been around from day one at his channel, just like I have. She knows so well. She knows.
I know.
Yeah, she's an OG too. She
I just
is.
don't. I used to go live. I just don't anymore, and I can't even get to 1,000, which is fine.
Nice to
I
meet
think
you.
you would
I
if
mean,
you would make
but
content.
I have been there. I have been there. I've been here, you know, through all of it, and with so many different people, and I just see this pattern of, you know, and I know meathead kind of men. Come on, they
Yeah.
don't give
Oh, yeah.
a fuck. because they have women flaunting all over them, whether it's 1 or 20 or 100 or none. They know, he knows they're coming the next day.
Somebody in chat, Lex Lux, says this isn't about some weird crush on Will. No, nobody has a crush
I'm
on
not
Will.
saying it's about a weird crush on Will. I'm saying it's his fucking temperament. It's his personality. This is just what he does. It doesn't have to be a crush. It can be a fucking friendship. Come on.
Yeah. He doesn't handle
That's all I gotta
rejection
say.
very well.
Love you. Peace.
He was actually being really nice to me the last like couple
Oh,
lives.
come on. He can be
And then
nice.
suddenly
They
he
all
was
can be
like,
nice.
"Damn, yeah,
Fuck.
that's true."
Sweet Crazy's been around so long. She's like me. She's like, fuck. Because I feel that fuck so deeply. Like, I get it. I totally get
I
it. And that
feel
sounded
it too.
weird. You know what I mean?
When
Yeah.
people
It's
tell
like,
me like, "Oh yeah, I love the glare," I'm like, did I miss something? Like, it's just like so ingrained in my head of like how ridiculous he was before. I could never see him in a serious light, like a
Yeah,
you know, I'm
yeah.
gonna
I thought he
really
was
take what
like,
this
I thought
guy's
he was
saying
funny.
seriously.
I thought like his like when he did drama stuff and went over the certain people, he was funny, and then like his impressions are really good and they made me laugh. And then I really like stayed for Cherry and chat.
and I thought that
The
was
time I didn't
great.
even listen to him.
I thought that was great that, that you were still willing to be open to our friendship, even though that other dynamic started to exist. And I think it's just more testament to the fact that you weren't the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't you. You're just not weird like that.
Well, you see that chat? Cynthia said, "Did you all hear Will announce he is leaving for 30 days?"
Yeah, right. I'll believe it when I see it. If he's leaving for 30 days, it's because his channel is struck and he can't come back. I don't buy that shit for 5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know how many times I've heard that tap dance. Oh, you mean you're going to leave and run away like a coward instead of apologizing for once again making a stupid dick out of yourself? Big shocker. Big shocker.
Yeah.
But he's so handsome.
I get what you're saying, Jonesy, but after last
Oh,
night, I
gosh.
think his
Oh.
ass needs a little lashing. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
someone needs to.
if he wants to be mean to people, we can lash him a little bit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my husband.
Oh, Johnson, I'm lashing the fuck out of him, and he deserves every lash.
Yeah, that's what
Everyone.
I'm saying.
Y'all hear my husband? My husband said lash.
Lash.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, my
just
husband
saying,
said he
like,
needs some male friends. He's like, that
yeah,
dude
you're damn
seriously
right.
needs
That's
some
what
male
I'm
friends.
Jones, and you're damn right. I've been quiet for years while he bullies me and drags me and lies about me. And he crossed a line last night, and I'll lash him all I motherfucking want to. He deserves it. Maybe if he'd quit being a piece of shit, he wouldn't have to get lashings like this once or twice a year. It's not my fault. He's a grown man in control of his own actions. Alcohol's not an excuse.
Yeah, and he's saying that Queen docks people and, calling people all kinds of names.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just, like, yeah.
It's
I
got to
think
be
he
addressed.
deserves- Yeah, it got to be addressed, and he can get a little lashing. I mean, that's just, I think he deserves it.
If you don't address it, it's going to happen again, obviously.
I would personally like to see some of that same energy towards some of his victims, including Queen. Queen didn't deserve what he did. I don't deserve what he's done. Jacob does not deserve what he's done. His subs don't deserve to be forced to choose and all these other things. Like, where's the protective vibe for them and for Queen and for me? And Jones, and that's nothing personal at you. I'm just saying in general that those, kind of like what Indy said earlier, like those kind of things are chapping my ass right now.
Yeah,
Do
I
you guys think that
definitely
Morbid
just
has
don't
him
like
on?
being lied on.
And do you think Morbid has him on because he knows he's going to spiral like that, and it's going to be a show?
Yes, that's what I think.
Probably. I don't know. I don't care. I I'm to the point, Nikki, where I don't care why, I don't care who, I don't care when. There's no fucking excuse. This has gone on for years. It's abusive. It's disgusting. It needs to stop. For me, there is no explanation or reasoning that would ever be good enough. And that's just where I'm personally at.
I honestly, and I'm not trying to make this like a man or woman thing, but I like I've seen him like go after like, you know, Ryan Upchurch and stuff like that in YouTube, like petty arguments. And maybe just because he doesn't have a lot of like male followers, but I don't recall him ever like being terribly like mean to like male friends or anything like that, like he is to like his
Well,
women.
there was that time he got into it with Truthy that once.
Oh
Remember?
yeah, well
You know,
that was a
there was
good
that
one.
one.
That they were gonna
That
fight.
was, he felt like Truthy wasn't hard enough. Truthy didn't be verbally abusive enough towards CK, so he lost his shit.
Oh yeah, he
I
got
forgot
pissed
about
off
that.
when
You're
Truthy
right.
wouldn't go off. When Truthy talked to
CK with
when Truthy
respect.
talked to when Truthy talked to Critical K and wasn't mean to her, he went the fuck off, didn't he? Guess what though? Listen, I was really digging shit up. I was so fucking pissed off. Look, let me pull up what I fucking dug out. Oh yeah. You guys are gonna be like, oh, for the OGs that actually know what the fuck I'm doing, what I'm playing. You guys are gonna realize what I'm playing here in a second.
Ooh.
It looks like you had a rough day. Murder Man, what's up? I think Murder Man's gonna be happy during this one. I'm not gonna scream and yell. I'm gonna use righteous indignation. And I know this is gonna be a little drama. I debated it, but until I saw a few things, I'm not gonna blow up Misa. Don't worry. But I am gonna, a little blow up. I might blow up a little Misa. But I'm not gonna go, fuck you, your wrenches are gone. No, that's not my style. My wrenches will always keep their wrenches because I trusted them with it. So all right, here's where I'm going. You guys know I was like, nope, my door's open. Siren, hello. Well, I was like, my door's open to Will.
So this is when Truthy and Will had their big blowout.
Oh.
You're 45 and you work in a fucking jam.
That's where that came from?
Yeah, we're gonna meet in a field for mutual
Conversation
combat.
right here is where it came from. We're gonna go fight.
Play it.
Mutual combat.
I love it. Mutual combat.
Oh my god.
Oh, and
You're 45 and you work at a gym.
But no, I'm not gonna. After what you'll see in a second. So Will is like, I'm going hard on SA. I'm going hard on, survivors. And okay, well, Mrs. McGoo's one of those. And this is what he said to her. So we'll show you. Hang on one second. Okay. DCP, I will not confirm or deny those allegations. All right. So Mrs. Magoo, as you guys mostly know, is a survivor of SA and DV. And also a sweetheart. She's kind of tough, but...
All right, for those of y'all who don't know, this is Truthy. Truthy and Will were best friends, like Morbid and Will. Come to find out, Critical K, who Blair hates, doxed Truthy because he was a predator / what was he convicted, or was he... Do y'all know if he was convicted before I say?
I believe that he was, but then it got like wiped from his thing because his dad was like a senator or something. But he definitely was in a car with an underage girl.
And he assaulted it. From what the record said, he assaulted a 16-year-old, and he had the 16-year-old assault her best friend
pled out
for sexual pleasure.
If I remember correctly, he pled out so it would be able to come off his right.
But let him tell it, and all he did was touch a 16-year-old's boobs or something like that. And Will was like, well, all he did was touch her boobs.
He said he was much younger too than he was. He was like in his 20s, and he tried to make it like he was like 17 or 18, but he was a lot older. Like Truthy tried to explain to everyone that he was a young kid and the age difference was only a year or two. But then he accidentally said his birthday one time, and the numbers didn't match up. And then on the record, he was much older than this girl.
Yes, and so then the 16-year-old, he assaulted the 16-year-old. Then he had the 16-year-old assault her friend for his own pleasure, is what the fucking record said.
While he
and
was
mind you,
sticking up for
mind you, Will and Truthy were best friends, and they were talking to a little girl who had been taken from her mother and was with her father, and that her father gave access to this man for his daughter to speak to this nasty motherfucker on the phone. Him and Will went live to explain this. Oh, this is wait. This is the docs. Hold on. This is the docs that Claire was referring to that I helped CK with, and I actually did not help her with this. She came up
Queen
with this
had
shit on her
nothing
own.
to
We
do with
found out
this.
at the same time.
I know who gave Queen the information, and it was, I mean, not Queen, CK the information, and it was not Queen. Absolutely not.
No, I found out afterwards. Yeah, I found out. We all found out at the same time when she was live. That's when I found out. Oh, yeah. This whole thing was so fucking bad. Okay, yeah. Well, let's speed it on up a little pinch here.
But honestly, it needed to be known because this girl's dad was fighting to get custody of her, accusing her mother of essaying her. And here, her father was allowing some creep to help him fight for her rights and speak to her on the phone and all kinds of stuff. He had no business being part of this at all.
Yeah, that's...
And yes, you're right, Good Egg.
Guess what?
Yeah, listen to these two. This is when they had their breakup. This is their fucking breakup. Yeah, this is here, excuse me out. Get ready for a blast from the motherfucking past, okay? These SA claims are not about Glare. They are about one of the Glare's buddies he stood up for, named Truthy. Just to make sure everyone is aware. Now, let's finish playing.
But I didn't,
thank you.
Can block you. Yeah, you hear me? Good. Then take my fucking challenge. I want to hear you say in my fucking chat, I'll get you on a mic and you're a coward, you're a coward. No, I'm not a coward. I don't block people and run away. You and me, one-on-one, Will, and no fucking cameras. That's what I'm saying. That's the line in the sand. After you said what you said to Mrs. Magoo. That's it. So, look at the chat, Will. Look what you did. And afterwards, I'm hoping after you're lying in a fucking heap, then we'll see who's the man.
Lying in a fucking heap.
Jesus.
You can fuck with me, but you can't fuck with Mrs. McGill. And what you said, that stupid fucking... Here, Will, take a look at what you said. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you were sober or not last night. You remember this, Will? I am the only... This is Mrs. Magoo. I'm the only one of us three who's been through what Sophie has. And she is! You haven't, and I haven't. And I hope that you will talk to us. If not him, then hear me out. Great. Talk about it. This is you. Great. Like, great. You don't fucking care about abuse survivors. You care about your stupid ego and acting macho. You work in a fucking gym, and you're 45!
Yes!
So that's where that part of my intro came from.
This always gets my evil laugh
All right,
going.
And you know what? I have this entire 2-hour live. It's an hour and 56 minutes. I have the entire fun thing. You want to talk about
God, I love
oh yeah, girl, I got
I love
like
you.
32 fucking live streams. I got 32 live streams. You want me to crack the Oak Leaf live stream? I'll crack the Oak Leaf live stream while you're both fucking drunk.
Girl.
I'll crack that motherfucker right now.
Was that the one where you fell asleep?
Today.
Was that the one where you fell asleep
drooling out of the side of
during
his
the live?
fucking mouth, drunk as hell?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's drunk as
Yep,
fuck.
he
Fell
sure
asleep,
did.
drooling outside his mouth.
Every time to end the stream, I was like, motherfuckers, I can't end the stream. This is all him. I was so embarrassed.
you
Oh my
guys
God.
find
I'm
mutual
still
combat?
embarrast.
I
Yeah,
got
it was like
combat.
Hold on. It was horrible. He was like making like this weird noise. Nobody could end
Yeah.
it. It went on for a while. Oh my gosh.
Remember when he got fucking drunk as hell, and he used to get drunk like every fucking day, and all of his mods, they all left at the same time, and the people were in there spamming the fuck out of his chat, and there was nothing he could do.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
He had to end the
Yeah.
live. That's the shit we
Oh my
used to
God.
do to fuck with him. That's the shit we did. That's all we did. We didn't fucking do any. We weren't fucking nasty to him like that. There were people, I'm not going to lie. There were people who were
No.
nasty to him like that, but we didn't get nasty
Yeah.
like that.
Just trolled
You
a
guys,
little
Snoop
bit.
is here. All excuse me, Al, Snoop. All the good girls are coming out the woodwork. I love this. Hey.
Yeah, that's what I said. The OGs are all coming in because they fucking hear this go. This is Garuda
They
Prayer
felt
Circle
the
coming
drama
out.
and it drew.
Right. They said Garuda Prayer Circle on a Sunday, B. Here we come.
Yeah.
Oh, your laugh.
Not well. Look, I'll stand by my convictions. My conviction is to go to your fucking state to meet you in person. I don't care about a mic. Like you think that you're just gonna overtalk me and fuck it. You know what? Fine, I'll give you a shot. But I want to meet you in person. That's my fucking line in the sand. In person, not this bullshit. But I just had no other way to fucking contact you because you blocked us. So fine. Yeah, well then, hey, why don't you unblock me from Facebook so I can send you a link? Do that, and I'll send you a link, Will. You can hear Will and his convictions. You shit on her like that? No. And honestly, we're going to handle it like men. The old way. That's the way I want to handle it. And I swear to God, I'll go there on fucking Thanksgiving Day. That's what I want.
Not on Turkey Day.
So, yeah, I think that's right, AJ. He has no loyalty. He only expects it from others. Yeah, I think that's right. And there was no betrayal at all. I absolutely held my ground calmly against her. Something that you wouldn't understand is tactic, planning, strategy. Those words aren't part of your fucking dialogue. You just understand. I'm going to trash him. I'm going to drag him. Well,
so right there, he's explaining that he went up on Critical K's panel, and he didn't have to be rude, mean, hateful, scream and yell at her and all that to talk to her. And the glare was mad as fuck because he did not scream in her face and go off on her like he expected him to.
Well, that's because
Like
behind
Will
the
would do.
scenes, Truthy talked a ton of shit, and he had been on Will's panel talking about, I'm going to tear her apart. I'm going to serve her ass on a platter. And then he got up there licking her freaking titties like a little chump. It was embarrassing, but still.
Oh, I'm sure it was extra cringe as fuck because he probably talked a whole bunch of shit, but then got up there like a little ass kid and was like, I'm so sorry.
He bitched out in 5 seconds. Yeah, he bitched out. It was embarrassing as hell.
Usually how it happens.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
going to trash you to your face because I know you're in here. And that's it. Give me a mic. Yeah, no. I'm not. Well, look, I'll stand by my convictions. My conviction is to go to your fucking state to meet you in person. I don't care about a mic. Like you think that you're just going to overtalk me and fuck it. You know what? Fine. I'll give you a shot. But I want to meet you in person. That's my fucking line in the sand. In person. Not this bullshit. But I just had no other way to fucking contact you because you blocked us. So fine. Yeah, well then, hey, why don't you unblock me from Facebook so I can send you a link? Do that, and I'll send you a link, Will. You can hear Will and his convictions.
I'm going to fast forward it real quick to see if I can't find that timestamp.
Looks like I'm still blocked there, Captain Courage.
Go for it. Go for it.
I sent it. Courage. Very one-sided, but look, you guys, like I've said, anyone can fuck with me. Anyone can fuck with me. I don't care. But when you say the shit you said about Mrs. Magoo, no. And she's a survivor. She's a grown-up Sophie, Will. And then you're like, great. And then giving hearts to people who are insulting her. Look, your fake courage, your internet rage is nothing. I will absolutely meet you in fucking person, and I'm going alone. But I need your consent. Otherwise, Will, I sent the fucking link. I'll send it one more time. I don't think you're technologically fucking adept enough to figure out how to unblock somebody. So now you can't even make a video. You can only do live streams. Heartbroken. Heartbroken was the name of your video. You heartbroken. Yeah. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, you have the link. I've sent it 3 times. Here, look at the footer. Damn it. Look, you figured it out. Hey, tough guy.
Hey, tough guy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, do you like my fucking offer? That's fucking real. That's real. I'm coming to your fucking.
Okay, get ready, because here goes the fight.
About to throw you down.
Yep, we're gonna mutual combat in the sand right here. You're about to hear Will break up with his best friend.
Oh my God. Let's go.
Listen, yeah, that's awesome. Listen, all anybody here cares about, including me, is the fact that you went on and on for 3 weeks. You went on and on. I'm grateful for your help. I am.
Oh, shut up.
What was it for? What was it for? What was it for if it wasn't for standing up to Kay and saying what you were saying for 3 weeks? What was it for? Because you had the opportunity. I'm not telling you to yell at her. I'm not telling you to lose your temper. I'm not telling you to do what you're doing right now. That's not what I wanted. That would have been damaging. What I wanted. What I have said, the same thing that I've been saying to her, the same thing that I've never stopped saying. You cowered it out. You did. It's just that simple.
Look, I'll show you what a coward is. A coward is someone who you've been helped by me and Mrs. Magoo, and you fucking turned like a fucking Benedict Arnold. That's what happened.
I didn't. You did.
Fuck you. Well, you have.
You said like a Benedict Arnold.
What the hell was that?
Not a Benedict Arnold.
What's a Benedict Arnold?
Benedict Arnold's like a turncoat, like a guy who.
Oh. Got it.
I am fucking done. Look, did you see? Excuse me. I said I remember listening to this in real time.
Dude, me too.
Look, I said we're cracking fucking Pandora's box today, baby.
Gold.
Absolutely did. And what you said, you don't care about SA survivors. You care about your ego.
So and you're twisting my message to Mrs. Magoo last night to being against. I know it's on the screen. Show it again. Show it again. Show it again and read it out loud.
All right. That was before. I am the only one of us 3 who has been through what Sophie has. That's Mrs. Magoo.
Right.
And I hope you will talk to us. If not him, then hear me out. Great. Talk about it. Just without me. I saw what I saw and I heard what I heard.
That was me drawing the line in and saying we're done. That was all I was doing, was cutting off my association with both of you.
Well, you're hitting.
So how is that somehow? How are you making that somehow?
Who's a survivor? You're not.
You're not to SA victims. Are you kidding? Is that a joke?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what you've got.
Exactly.
That's what you've got is me cutting you off. That's the dude. You sound like a little boy right now. No, you sound like a little boy.
Sound like. No,
you do. I'm sorry, but you do. All I was doing was simply has nothing. My message to Mrs. Magoo had nothing to do with SA surviving.
They sound like a couple little boys fucking going at it.
I will say this, though, Queen. I will.
Knock it off, or you're gonna wear the same fucking shirt.
They got into they got into a fight, and in all fairness, Miss Magoo did try to manipulate the situation and force the glare to talk to her by saying, well, I'm a sexual whatever survivor too. And Will was like, F that, because he could tell she was trying to manipulate him. So in all fairness, they are both douches in this situation.
TC said, all Sophie's creepy groupies. And it's so true. Every single person that Michael Long made friends with was a total
fucking creep.
Crazy person. There was a lady who was on the run, just kidnapped her children and was running away. There was another woman who was an ex-porn star who was now running like a YouTube news channel. There was
Yep.
Truthy, who was an
Purple bow lady.
SO.
There was Truthy. Yep, Truthy, who had the SA charges, and then there was the old Sophie lady. There was Anna, grab your guns, Anna, who threatened to go get guns.
Crazy,
and
grab your
show up
guns,
at the
Anna.
house.
Alyssa.
Yeah, Alyssa, who lost her own children.
Sophie.
I
Oh,
mean, they were
Sophie
like,
girl,
had-
You are a
Sophie
precious
girl.
child.
it
I'm
reminds me
so
of Smelly Cat. Like,
blue.
Smelly Cat, Smelly Cat, what
What
are they
are
feeding you?
you? Yes, bitch.
I always imagined her as like the Smelly Cat lady.
She even fucking looked like the smelly cat lady on the
Sophie.
side of the street with balloons and a fucking cake singing Sophie girl.
Dude,
Jeez,
it was
what fucking clowns. Can you guys
She had the
believe we
most,
dealt with all this shit?
dude, her
Fucking
eyebrows were
clowns.
whooping. They looked like Bert, like Bert and Ernie. She had like Bert eyebrows.
Oh, look
Somebody
at my
charge you that
babe
for
been
me.
dreaming. She said, "Have we been bringing some light to the board today?"
Hive strong. One hive, one vibe.
Oh yeah, don't forget Annie, 10 to Life. She was up in it too. She was there. She was up in all that. All up
Oh
in
yeah.
all that.
Sure picked.
That's why we
picked a
didn't get along
bunch
with
of.
her. That's why we fought with her, man. We went at it with
Yep.
her ass.
I didn't
Yes.
see
Picked
any
a
of
bunch
that,
of
but
very
I watched
strange
Annie's
people.
stuff
Yeah.
back then. That's kind of how like I found this like genre because she came up in my Facebook and then I just kind of like came to YouTube and like watched not everything on it, but like a lot of it, but it was just the stuff that she showed. I didn't go like deep dive crazy.
Link in bio.
Link in bio. I got proof of Kelly doing and link in bio. I'm gonna put proof of it. Link in bio. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Did you really just say that?
Oh my
Fucking
God, I
serious.
remember the link in
Lawsuit in
bio shit.
bio. Lawsuit in bio. You better chill the fuck out talking like that. She deleted it real quick though, and I don't blame her. I would have too. Fuck that. But I think she got on the wrong side with Michael, and then by the time she learned, it was too late. You know what I mean? It was way
That's
too
what I
late.
think too. I think she was smart to back out of it and be like, yeah, I'm done with this.
Yep. And then she didn't speak on it again, actually, at all. And right. PSA, Michael Long is in prison, and first he was in the Mexico prison because he crossed the border and went to Mexico, and then now he's here. I don't know who's got background noise, but pause. You got to mute.
Heck a mute.
The situation was so bizarre that like you wouldn't even believe it was true if it didn't happen. Like everything that transpired, it was so bizarre. Just like more and more bizarre things kept happening, and I was like, "Is this real life? Like, what is going on?"
It was very weird. There was fake
Recording.
cancer, fake livings, freaking like recording. Yes, women infiltrating the child's dad's bed and wearing his ex's underwear. Like the list is
Infiltrating
like
the compound.
dating the motorhome and wearing his ex's underwear. Like you can't even make the shit up.
There was women believing that there was tunnels underneath like Kelly Long's
my God,
uncle's
yes.
house or something, and that they were trafficking like through these
How
tunnels.
many times
And
did you get pedos?
they believe that because Sophie drew them a picture in a pile of sand. And she didn't say anything. She just drew them a picture, and somehow they looked at this picture and came up with that she was telling them that there was tunnels underneath Jake's uncle's house.
How about the Salt Lake? How about the Salt Lake that they're doing blocks of cocaine out in the yard? Blocks of cocaine. I swear it was a huge block of cocaine, huge white block of cocaine out in the yard. It just was sitting out there, and then they go, "Oh, it's the Salt Lake." I'm like, what the fuck is a salt lake? You mean a salt block? Like,
so they thought the salt blocks were fucking blocks of cocaine. What?
And all
like
you guys,
I got put out for the deer.
And I got side-eyed for saying they're all on drugs. Yeah, okay, people.
The panda eyes.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then they made up the story about the 4 guys essaying her when there was police and cameras and fucking outside the hotel room. And I'm like, come on. Like,
the police were babysitting the
right.
hotel room.
But let him
Well,
tell
they
it. He's like, yes, the
bow
grandpa
lady.
had a knife to her throat and was telling her not to say a word. I'm like, oh my
I
God.
thought
Oh my
That was
God.
definitely
that
one
on the
part
mom.
I didn't believe.
I thought Annie blamed that on the mom, Queen, actually.
She said one of the uncle. I don't know if she blamed it on her or the
But
uncles. I
that's
thought
about the
somebody said
same
one of the
I
time.
think
uncles.
you're right. That
That,
girl, it was the
no,
mom.
that she blamed that on the mom because
The
remember that's
mom.
right when she said she wanted to waterboard her.
Oh
Yeah, something like
I
that.
do now, dude.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, she said her mom was holding her mouth shut or something.
Holding a knife, holding a knife to her, holding her mouth shut, holding her hostage, something like that. It was something
I can't
crazy
believe
like
all
that.
this happened. Lord, forgive us for even talking about this again. You guys do not, anybody in the chat, please don't start trying to bring this case back to life. You guys, let it die.
Yeah, that little girl needs time to heal, no matter like what is right
Well,
and
she's
what
been
is
healing. I
wrong,
don't
what
think it should be
happened.
brought up. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's been through so much, regardless of if the claims are true. She really just needs to be left alone.
Yeah, her mom, her brothers, they all need to be, you know what I mean? Right, Little Minx. ML wore a bulletproof vest. He's got mental issues, and he got just coming to the internet and getting help and turning the internet on the mom. He got like $250,000 GoFundMe plus Venmos. That's not including the Venmos, the Cash Apps, the PayPals, the Amazon wish list. They had an entire like fucking warehouse, like garage full of shit from Amazon that people were ordering and sending to her and the boys. It was like a whole fucking Walmart inside their backyard. Like it was crazy as fuck.
He had her
I
believing
will
she was
say,
going to meet Taylor Swift and go to
it was
Disney
pretty
too.
neat though to see people come together to support a family. I just wish it wasn't all bullshit, you know?
Well, yeah, it was all based on a fucking lie. You know what I mean? An edited video.
Girl, yeah, it's all horrible, but there was a large group of people that thought they were coming to protect a child, and that part was neat, but not all the rest of it.
You know, like, I mean, fuck, Will still has Kelly's deposition up on he read through her entire deposition on his channel and still has the fucking deposition up on his channel. He's never taken it down.
Well, I want to make it personally clear right now that if Will does come back to drag this little girl and her family again, I will personally prove with undeniable receipts that he tragedy pimped that case. So, Will, please don't make me expose you on that level. To this point, I've never exposed you or shared anything private that you did not force me to, but I will. Don't you go after this little girl and her family again. Don't do it, Will. It's not a threat, it's a promise.
And that girl has spoken.
Bam.
Well, I can't let that happen, Queen. I
No.
can't. And I know that it may make people view me differently, but there's nobody who
That
has
little girl went through fucking hell and she didn't deserve it. And she's recovering. And, you know, a little girl that's been a teenage girl they're so vulnerable as it is. And they're growing up in a world that we don't even know nothing about, you know, with the internet and stuff. Yeah. And if you Google her fucking name, all this crazy shit comes up anyways, as it is. The last thing she needs is for people to be doing live streams about her. No, man.
Well, I will say that I will not sit back and watch that happen. And if it means people will look at me different for sharing private things, but they will see and hopefully protect this baby girl, fuck it. I care more about that kid not going anything else online than I do whether or not y'all look at me differently for what I show. But the truth is the truth. And if you do this again, I will show the fucking truth and the real reasons I left. So let's do it. You know what? My husband's getting on my nerves. He's shooting me with Nerf gun, talking shit. He's back here hyping me up. But I'm being serious, baby. I'll do it.
I don't think he wants to admit that he lost that battle. Like, I don't think
Yeah, I don't think he's ready to admit that either.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not ready to.
Said that Mike was essaying the entire time in Mexico. That shit made me so fucking sick to my goddamn stomach. I couldn't even think about it. It
Well,
made
and
me
I
so
said,
angry.
people on our side got mad at me because I said that he could be the one doing it for all we know. I just believe somebody somewhere is, even if it's just in the form of parental alienation, somebody somewhere is abusing this child. I've always said that. I firmly believe that. And I will not watch this drunken fool abuse her more by using her for money. And that's what he does. And I can prove it in his own words. So step, leave the kid alone.
Yeah, that's a case that needs to stay
Yeah, I agree.
put to rest. You know what I mean? It's been put to rest and it needs to stay there. You know what I mean? It's just, that's just all there is to it. Some things just are not meant to be
It
brought
should have
back
never
up.
been online.
Yeah,
It
it
was
shouldn't be
not
brought back at
there
all.
was no criminal charges anywhere, you guys. This is a custody case that got ugly and bitter and crazy. And this
Yeah.
family's custody case, their personal, private, civil matters were drug all over the internet to this day. There has been no charge,
Dad. He
no
exploited
charges
the hell out of her.
against anybody except
Yeah.
for her dad is the only one with charges for kidnapping her ass. That's it. So at this point, you would just be supporting a criminal. There is no his side, their side. You either want this kid to heal and have a good life, or you motherfucking don't.
Yep. Simple as that. Yeah. And that's where our problems arise, right there from the long case. That's why me and the Glare don't get along. That's why we don't like each other. That's where it all came from.
Yep. It definitely all came from there because him and CK took opposing sides. And instead of being adults about it, they went at each other hardcore. So it was us against them. And they had all mutual subs. They split in half and it went motherfucking downhill from there.
Yeah,
And I
because you
do
told me about it. I wasn't around then when all this, like when they split and all that shit
I
happened. I
explained
wasn't
it.
around for that.
Oh,
I
I
came in
remember.
I was there for everything. Kay, not that I like to admit this, Kay's the whole reason that I came to YouTube 5 years ago, following her.
Same, me too. I
I know,
came
Kay.
when Dad
Hey, you've been around
when
a long
Dad
time.
bod
Yeah,
when Dad
that's
bod
back
put out
when
that
my
recording of
yes,
Kay talking about J for J
yes,
about how at the
yes.
hotel.
That's back when my
That's
name was still Penguin Doom. I mean, come on, like, and I had a Pokemon as my avatar, bitches. Like, and then I
that
had to
was
change
a long
my
time
name.
ago.
Yeah,
Shit.
and I had to change my name. Couldn't think of one, so I was like, "Fuck it, that girl it is." And so I've been like,
You would have a
that's what
Pokemon
happened.
as your avatar.
I love Pokemons.
Oh, I know.
Gotta get. I love them. That's my thing. It's my jam. I played Community Day today in the car for just a minute and went and looked at flowers during this panel so that I could make sure that I don't let this fuck up my peace, because he's not worth my peace anymore, you guys. But I'm also not going to sit back while he abuses other females that don't deserve it, such as Jacob or my friend Queen here lying on her saying she's a doxer. What it is you're jealous because you know Queen has the friendship you used to, and you know I'm a good friend. That's what's mad. That's what's got him mad. He lost his
Yes, you are a
friends.
very good friend. That's facts.
I try to be the friend to you guys that I want my friends to be to me, or the friend that I need. I was going
you
through what
you have been a very good friend to me. Absolutely. You
I
absolutely
love
have.
you. You're a good friend to me too. Thank you for forcing me and pushing me to grow this year. I needed that, and I appreciate you.
Well, I love you, and you pushed me a few times too. You know what I mean? You know what though? I'm grateful for a
You're
lot of
crying
people.
like a bitch. Yeah.
I've had, a lot of girls, like a lot of the girls here have affected me, you know what I'm saying, in good ways, and they don't even know it,
Yeah.
Some of the guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
love you too.
For sure, Bubba. Yep.
Sure, bub.
I didn't forget you. I was telling my brother last night, I said, and because I always told him, I was like, the kid that I always tell you, he reminds me of you guys. He's like, yeah.
You told him Sag too?
I think she had to mute.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, I said, you motherfuckers share the same birthday. Can you believe that shit? We were smoking. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh shit. He's like, that's why y'all get along so well. I'm like, yeah.
Ironic as fuck.
Yeah, I say he fucking reminds me of you, you asshole. So I love you.
You're awesome.
Yes, Tracy and
Chasing.
He
Yes,
did.
he did. And he said it. He said, I will he said it really nasty too. He said,
And I'm
I
not.
will go back. What? How did he say it? I will go back to covering that case when Michael Long's out of prison or whatever. When
Yep.
Michael
And
Long comes to me
Tracy,
out of
I'm
prison, I
not.
will go back to covering that
I'm
case
not,
again.
I'm not threatening. I'm letting him know that if he goes after that child again, because he will be going after that child, there is nothing to talk about without that child, that I will show the truth.
Yeah,
And
that's what we
that
said too.
is
Like for
that he
what?
was a
Why?
tragedy pimp. It's all I can do to bite my tongue right now from saying something, but it won't be as effective if I do. So I'm going to hold it. And I'm telling you, it's not a threat. It is a promise. If he uses that child again, I will show the true motivation behind everything. And that's all there is to it. If you would like more information, go
I just
watch
don't
my live
understand why he would. Why?
2
Let,
years
you
ago.
know what I mean? Even if Mike gets out, let Mike go on and do his
My
thing.
husband
He lost custody.
said
Like
one word.
he lost his parental rights.
It's one word, Queen. My husband said it's one word. He said ego, and he's right.
Yeah.
It's an ego thing, but
I
it's not
couldn't
a
even
threat,
believe
and I'm
he
That's
not
what
like
I'm saying.
open it back up. Like why even
Kate
open
Queen.
the world back
Please,
up?
Kate Queen, please have my back. Have I ever exposed any on him that wasn't just me straight proving he was a liar? Do I
No.
show y'all things behind the scenes? Have I ever sent y'all his private documents?
Nope.
No, I've never seen
Never.
anything. I've
And
never
y'all have
seen a
never
thing.
asked me for them. Thank you for never asking.
No.
But it's not a threat, Tracy Ann. It is me just telling the truth. I feel like in supporting him back when all this went down, I accidentally and unknowingly helped them exploit a child. And I will not be silent this time. It's me doing what's right, not making threats. And that's all. I hope you understand that, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I just think his ego won't let him
Oh, I'm not offended, Tracy Ann. I
like
swear to God.
lose that.
Yeah, it's his ego. It is. I just,
Well, no. And her chasing you, asking questions, I think is helping other people understand as well, because there's a lot of people who were not around 3 years ago. They don't know where all this started from. You know,
yeah,
they
so we
really
might
just don't
talk
know.
about it because we do know. So we'll skip important details. And I could see where that would sound like a threat. I made a video on my channel. It's called The Long Circus Final Act. And if you would like to go watch that and the circus follow up, you will have a very clear picture of why I am so passionate about what I'm saying. And they're not that long of videos, and they're chocked full of receipts and clips, and you're more than welcome to watch or not. But that is my personal reasoning as to how I feel I contributed to the exploitation of a child unknowingly. And I will never, ever, ever, ever be silent while that happens again. It's just a personal feeling and regret that I have, because I supported a creator who was doing the wrong thing and I didn't even realize it until it was far too late. And I do know the difference now. And that's why when we know better, we have to do better. And I will say something.
I didn't even think of it that way, you know, like with the.
Mm-hmm.
It's true though, Queen, and it's heavy. Everything that all those chats I was in, and I had those drunk idiots turned down, and I was just enjoying my friends chatting. I didn't even realize some of the things that were being said until y'all showed me later. And it made me sick to my fucking stomach. And it still does. And because he was my friend, I went along for the ride. I'll never do that again. I even tell you sometimes when I don't agree, haven't I? Recently, I'm like, dude, things are going too far. Like, I will never do that again, no matter what it is. I love you too much to be quiet. And I feel way too strongly about correcting those wrongs to sit and be quiet again. It's not going to happen. It's not right.
Well, and
And
you
it
know, I'm
is
just
that
glad that you took
serious.
the time to sit down and listen to our side of the thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Our side of things, because you were pretty hellbound with what was going on. But when you did
Well,
take the
you know
time
by
to.
now, when my friend is my friend, I'm ride or die for my friends. I love my friends, right or wrong, indifferent. They're my friends. And that was a quality that clearly got taken advantage of. And it was because of people like you that I was able to see that and correct my wrongs. And I appreciate that. I really do. And I appreciate y'all having the patience with me to see that I'm not a bad person, that I just didn't get it. And once I did get it, I was sick to my stomach. And I still am. It's like it's fucked up.
Loyalty is something that's lacking these days. I'm a very loyal person, but at the same time, it can bite me in the ass and bite a lot of people in the ass. So I get what you're saying.
Love you, Joanne.
Yeah, this is a case from, this has been animosity from a while back. Like he said, he's never liked me, I've never liked him. You know what I'm saying? We just I was trying, thought I was doing the right thing by putting the shit behind me and moving forward and moving on and not saying anything, not putting, you know what I'm saying? Because when you fight with your or fight with other people, it puts the subscribers into a shitty position as well. Cause then they feel like, dang, is she going to be like, mad at me because I'm over here? Is he going to be mad at me because I'm over there? Like,
you buried the hatchet, right?
I tried to, and it didn't work out very well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you
Well,
didn't do anything wrong. You were trying to be nice, and he went and started, talking shit on a live about you. And, it's not fair for you to have done nothing wrong and been nothing but nice to him, and then him go and say you're doxing people, or you dox people, and that this and that, and be mean to everyone when nobody did a thing to deserve it. I just
um, Good Egg says loyalty to a shitty person is not a good quality, though. Breaking from someone who is doing harm takes integrity. Sometimes, you got to consider the source and that everybody has different experiences and different paths. And there are some of us who have had lives so full of shitty people that we don't always know the difference until it's put in front of our faces. And it's not an excuse, it's just fucking true. And loyalty is just who I am. If I love somebody, I love somebody. Whether they deserve it or not may be a completely entirely different story. But I don't view it a bad quality just because it
It's
was
not.
or invested in the wrong person. That's, you learn, you live and you learn. And that was another area that I fucking learned more than I cared to.
Loyalty is not a bad quality at all.
But I know where Good Egg was coming from with
Yeah.
that. She didn't mean ugly at all.
Oh no.
I'm starting to understand her communication style a little bit better. But I'm a very literal person, as y'all know. So it leaves room for interpretation for me to see things differently.
Yeah. Well, she's basically saying, be careful who you're loyal to.
Yeah, and I know, and I think she's also saying that the loyalty was a shit part, but being able to see what was wrong and breaking away from it, that's when it shows integrity. I get what she's saying, but it's still frustrating for me, and I still feel some type of way about all this, even 2 years later. That's how serious it was for me, and so it's just not that black and white for me. In one of the only areas that I can really say that, because I don't have a lot of gray in my thinking, but like a lot of people are, oh, you were just a mod, and no, I didn't do outlines, and no, I never talked to Michael, but I still feel like I contributed, and it's upsetting. It will probably always be upsetting for as long as I can remember this.
Well, 45, you work at a fucking gym.
Well, I'm gonna hop off, y'all, but I just think, I don't like hate Will or anything. I just it hurts to see him
Hurt people.
hurt people for no reason, or to be angry toward
Yeah.
them for no reason, especially when people are being nice to him, and he just goes off. And I know some people don't understand because they're newer and they've seen only, good things from him. And I even said, at a point I was like, oh, maybe things have changed, but
I
how
thought
he
so
was
too.
how he was last night was like how he was all the time on like a regular basis for us, so I think a lot of people were like, oh, hey, yeah, we're open to giving him a second chance because he wasn't
I thank
acting that
baby
way.
Jesus. I thank baby Jesus things happen this way because I was so convinced in giving him a second chance at being the person I always thought he could be that I even took down my videos about him. They're back up now for anybody who wants to see because of what he did last night. But it's really, really disappointing. And that's what upsets me more than what he said to me is the same thing you just said, Kate. It's hard. I don't hate him, but it's hard to watch him hurt people. He doesn't have the power to hurt me anymore. But that situation with the Longs will always hurt me.
Yeah, I've seen him be nasty to too many people who did absolutely nothing to him that didn't deserve it. Like I said, I've seen him be nasty to people who were friends to him and good people to him more than I've ever seen him be nasty to. Like, I've seen him get in petty fights with people, but there's like a difference in when he gets very nasty and like petty. And I've seen him only get very nasty to people who care about him, and I just never makes sense to me why. And it's just, I feel bad and it sucks.
Yeah.
It's not cool. Anybody with any empathy or one eye and half a brain doesn't like to see people be destructive to themselves and other people. It's sad, right? You know, I personally want to see everybody do good. Even Kay, I used to say, if she would use this voice and this rubber chicken and kazoo for good, my God, she could change the world. I still believe that. And maybe I'm
I agree.
naive, but I
Yeah.
believe that. And I always want to see people do good and be kind because this world fucking sucks and a lot of people really suck. And I personally feel like we could all have a better human existence and experience if that could happen. But I am definitely coming to terms with the fact that YouTube will never institute that kind of environment. It will never, I can't even think of the right word because I'm a little bit upset, but you know, it will never foster that environment because it's just not
No.
what this meant for. And but that doesn't mean like Good Nunya said the other day, that doesn't mean I'm going to change me.
Yeah, exactly.
But I am smart enough to know better, thanks to Kate and Queen and Cappy and Good Egg and a whole lot of other people. I'm not as naive as I once was, and I appreciate all you guys for that. And all my OG girls that are down there in the chat, been around 5 years. I love you guys, and y'all are good, solid people. And I'm very thankful I met y'all, even though I had to go through all this bullshit to do so.
Yeah. Same. All right. Well, I'm hopping off, y'all. Have a good night, everybody. I'll be in the chat though if you're
Bye,
still
Kate.
live.
Good night,
Bye.
Kate. I'm glad you came up and said hi. Yeah, I've been ripping this for 3 hours and 45 minutes almost. I think I've probably said all I can.
Yeah, I'll say I'm pretty well done with it anyways, and I'm not going to speak on it again. I have nothing to say. I said what I needed to say, and that's that. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
me
not
too.
responding to the shit again. I know that.
One and done.
It is what it is. I hope people understand, you know what I'm saying, why I don't want nothing to do with that shit. So
Yeah, I do, and I never do again. And I appreciate who you are, Queen, and I'm glad that all this twisted shit brought us together because you're a good person, and I enjoy you in my life, and I'm thankful for you.
I'm grateful for you and all these people for it. You know what I mean? For everybody, I appreciate y'all. And again, I don't care where you guys go. I don't care who you're sub to. I really do not care.
Nope, I don't either.
Doesn't really matter. You know, do whatever makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like I said, some people got to learn for themselves, and shit, I was one of those people, so I can't say nothing. You know, sometimes I have to learn on my own, and sometimes it sucks, and it is what it is, and shitty things happen. But you know, sometimes you have to learn for yourself, and you can't always go off of what somebody else says. You know, so
you're right. You're right, and we all have to walk our own path and take the steps that lead us to the realization of our fullest existence. And I wish everybody luck on that path, and just be kind, you guys. It's free to fucking be kind.
Yep, kindness don't cost a damn thing.
No, I love you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Sisters from another misters. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Later, yo.
Later.
Love you.
All right, y'all. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for the TED Talk. You know, it is what it is. Like I said, you know, You can only do so much. This is a fucking platform. It's YouTube. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I know one thing. I ain't dealing with the bullshit. I know this. What's done is done. It is what it is. Like I said, I don't really have anything else left to speak on it or say on it. You know, we're all entitled to have our opinions. I don't hate Will. I just don't like him. I don't like the shit he does. We don't get along. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to like everybody on here. That's the good part about having your own YouTube. You don't have to go over there like with Laura. You ain't got to watch. If you don't like it, don't watch, right? That's Laura logic. You ain't like it, don't watch, okay? I definitely won't be. So, much love to y'all. And, oh, fuck. Damn it. That speakeasy was over here, and I forgot to fucking tell him to come back over here in about 20 minutes. And I think I fucking well spent that 20 minutes. Fuck, that was probably like an hour ago. Shit. Okay, well, are you still in here? Are you still in the chat? Speaks easy or whatever. I don't want to be rude. Fuck, I forgot all about you when you popped back there, man. I'm sorry. I know they wanted to address something from last night that was said. So it's an open panel. If you know what I'm saying. I know Constance Sue wanted to come up and chat for a minute about some stuff that Nicolina had said, and yeah, keep an open panel. So anybody's welcome to come up and say whatever they need to say. You know what I'm saying? It's an open panel. So I guess I was about to jump off here, but I forgot about that. So Speakeasy's a good guy. See, I've never met him. I don't know him. I just know he popped over here and said he wanted to correct some misinformation and some things that were said about him. And, like I said, I keep an open panel. I want to make sure I give him the opportunity to, if he wants to be here, or, you know what I'm saying, pop over. If any of y'all know him, let him know, we're over here hanging out for a minute. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna let the dogs out and stuff, and then I'll be right back. Listen to them fucking birds going off, y'all. Shit. Sorry about that. I was letting the dogs out. Okay, so hold on. Is that Speakeasy in the chat? Because if not, I'm jumping off here. We can chit chat some other time or whatever. I'm not going to stay on here if you know what I mean. If he's not in here, I just didn't want to be rude because I told him to give me 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to be rude or anything like that. And if he ain't over here, maybe he's busy or live. Shit, he might even be live. He might even be live streaming himself. You know what I mean? All right, I don't see him. He didn't come up here. I don't see him in the chat. I don't know what kind of avatar he has because I didn't see it, honey. I don't know. I'm not sure. He just popped up in the back chat and said he wanted to pop in. And hold on, let me find it real quick. He said just wanted to come up and defend some claims made about me, but I didn't want to interrupt. So when is a good time? He said I can come back later because it's not to do with this subject. So I said, yo, I just seen this, my bad. And he said, no problem. I said, well, we'll be done like 20 minutes or so, you know, slide back through. And shit, that was like an hour ago. So I have no idea. I have no idea. Shit, he might, like I said, he might even be fucking live himself. You know what? Let me go look. I'll go look real quick. Is his channel name Speaks Easy too? Oh, he has open panels and stuff too. Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, I mean, I'll get a hold of him or whatever. If I, you know what I'm saying? I'll email him and shit or whatever. I know Constance Sue wanted to come up. I think it's because Nicolina came up yesterday. And I don't know much about their community. I don't get them really involved in all that. So I don't know what's true, what's not true. I have no fucking clue. I have no idea. I can't speak on it because I don't know. So anyhow, I appreciate y'all being here. Have a good night. Thank you guys. And, you know, you ain't got to go home, baby, but you can't stay here. Have a good Sunday, and I will holler at y'all tomorrow. Catch you on the flip side.